Hello and welcome to the Brother Slim. This is Cam and you're joining for Lantern Year 6 of People of the Stars, a doggo variety this time. Oddball doggo themed campaign we'll go with. So this is Lantern Year 6, facing off against the Frog Dog again. It's the 5th time we fought him. I was debating on doing level 2, but I realized I've actually been cheating for maybe the last 2 Lantern Years or more. I'm pretty sure I've been using Dash when I don't actually have it unlocked, and I am not comfortable fighting the level 2 without everyone having a full set of armor, which not quite everyone does yet, and without Dash. So I want to get Dash. Hopefully we'll get it this settlement phase. As far as survivors, we did do some crafting off camera last time, and we're using some new folks this time. So we made Bluey, who is the child of Dogmeat, Hero of the Lantern. Dogmeat, Hero of the Lantern is kind of gibbled, and I don't know how usable they are. They've got -2 accuracy and -2 movement. It's just a little much. So we're semi-retiring them now and might sacrifice them in the settlement phase here. We'll see. But we did some crafting. So we've got a Vigor Capsule. Not going to be in use quite yet because this character is not insane, but we'll work on that. While insane, gain +1 movements, which would be pretty sweet. Other than that, just full rawhides, pretty simple. And then the grappling scythe for a pretty cool weapon. Next up, we have Dragon, who's kind of a new damage dealer. This person has the scrappiest loadout of them all. I did have enough stuff to make the Crest Axe, which is an interesting looking weapon. While insane, this gains +4 strength, which basically means it would be 6 for him, which is pretty wild, and 3 attacks too. However, he is also not insane, so we're hoping to get some insanity for both these characters to get some benefits from their goodies. Old Yeller, we got rid of his, I can't remember, with the proctophilia or something like that, whatever the disorder was, it allows you not to wear chest armor. We got rid of that, so Old Yeller is back in the game, and he's going to be our tank this time because our usual tank is skipping this hunt phase. So I figured we'll just kit him out just exactly as the other tank was with the Long Club 2, because the Long Club is pretty sick. Simple and effective weapon, 2 dice to hits, 2 dice, 5+ to hits, and 3 strength with reach 2. Simple and effective. And yeah, we're working through the Frog Dog armor. I'm going to run through it really quick just so I remember what it actually does, because I'm sure I'll forget it anyways. Frog Dog vest, an action to inflate, add 1 armor to hit location that is wearing armor. Very cool. Frog Dog suit, after resolving knockback, if you're knocked down, you may stand up. Really like that one. And Frog Dog mask outfit. If you get 2 puzzle pieces, when you suffer the effects of gas, roll 1d10. On a 6+, ignore it. Pretty cool, and we've got that in play as well. So we want this person to be in the heinous origin basically as much as possible. Monster Grease, pretty stable item, and we also managed to luck out and get the God Mask a while ago, which we're basically just using for the extra head armor right now. We're nowhere near having the affinity layout that it requires, and we're mostly just all green, but you know, that is the way it goes. Snoop the Lion is kind of an interesting character. Like, they've got so many crazy things about insanity. But they've also got, I think, like a negative... Yeah, they've got -2 accuracy too, which is pretty rough. So they're kind of our support character. So I don't... Oh yeah, new item is the Frog Doggle. So while stinky, which they are from another item, gain +1 accuracy. However, while insane, and they're very insane, at the start of your act, reveal the top cards of the AI and hit location decks. So I might change this character into an axe character using that that other axe and get the extra movements with the Frog Doggles too, but I don't think I've got the gear to get the affinities to all work right now. But I might do that because this character is like made to be insane, basically. Let's see if I can go take a look at some other stuff. I don't know what I just clicked there. Okay, so Order of Death, spend action, all non-death survivors gain 2 insanity. Feral Shout, nothing really useful here. Stinky. Contracture. Oh, there's something else that was insanity based. Maybe it was not that. Once per showdown. Oh, and then just the Screaming Horns being able to give non-death survivors that aren't insane an insanity too. So I thought there was something else too, but I could be wrong. Anyways, we'll jump right into it here with the hunt phase. Famous last words. Last time doing the hunt phase for this, I wanted to explore more of the Frog Dog specific hunt cards, and I got one of my least favorite hunt cards I've seen in the game yet. There was nothing good on it at all, and it gibbled some characters, so hoping not to get that one this time, but we shall see. All right, so first roll is going to be a 91. 94, come in 91. The beginning. The survivors stumble upon the scene of their settlement's first hunt. Whether they've seen it themselves or heard of it through stories, they immediately recognize it. Seeing the spot of their settlement's first triumph is electrifying. Each survivor gains +1 survival. If the settlement has saga, each survivor gains +1 courage. If the settlement has storytelling, each survivor gains +1 understanding. Well, let's see here. We do have some newbies this one, so +1 survival is nice. Okay, Bluey's maxed, Dragon's maxed, Old Yeller's maxed, and Snoopline is also maxed. But let's take a look at the other stuff that we get here. Saga or storytelling? Do we have either of those? No, we do not. Okay. But as far as hunt events go, that was super light, which is always nice. We'll scoot up there. The way I like to do hunt events is basically just by order I have the survivors in. So, for example, Bluey, Dragon, Old Yeller, and then Snoopline there. Just with the Scribe app, it just makes it nice and easy. So that was Bluey. Onwards to Dragon. And we don't need to roll the dice because we have the Frog Dog hunt event here. Let's move this really quick here, actually. There we go. Okay, fits of laughter. Whimsical coiled mosses cover the ground ahead. Crushed underfoot, the succulent coils produce strange harmonies of sighs. Sweet-smelling fragrance fills the air. Survivors are tickled relentlessly by the springy moss beneath their feet. All survivors gain 1d5 insanity. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. If any survivor has 13 plus insanity, which Snoopline definitely does, they refuse to leave the vocal mosses and must be physically dragged away by the others. Set their survival to 0, and that's our support person, who would have been nice to have survival, but that is okay. So let's see. Bluey, it's 1d5 insanity. Getting 3, so Bluey is now insane, getting the benefits of that 1, 2, and 3 vigor capsule. So meaning they've got 6 movement. Dragon is going to get 1 insanity, going up to 2, meaning they need 1 more to be able to use that axe effectively, which is a little bit too bad, but that's okay. Old Yeller has 5, going up to 7. And then lastly, Snoopline, already at 15, is going up to 19. Super insane. And then their survival gets set to 0, which is a bummer. Okay, but again, like, oh, roll a random hunt event. Almost missed that. 44. Opportunists. So in some cases, I'm starting to get a little bored with the D1 Hunter table. This is only my second campaign, but I think this is the first time that I've actually gotten both these, so really neat. Opportunists. While investigating the quarry's tracks, the survivors realize they're hunting not 1, but 2 monsters. Oh no, I think I have seen this. The 2 sets of tracks soon separate, leaving the event revealer to pick which one to follow. If they follow the larger tracks, continue hunting as normal. If they follow the smaller tracks, start the showdown immediately. At the start of the showdown, the monster suffers 5 wounds. At the start of the showdown, the monster suffers 5 wounds. If the survivors are victorious, they gain half the basic resources and half the monster resources from rewards of the aftermath. Wait a minute. So if they follow the larger tracks, continue hunting as normal. So, okay. So there's one, I think this is the first time I've seen this actually. And there's another one very similar to this where it lets you choose to hunt a level 2. And I think it suffers damage. Oh no, maybe this is the same one actually. And I think I was trying to hunt a level 2 that time and it didn't go well. So funny enough, if I was hunting a level 2, the 5 wounds would be tempting, but I think I would still get rocked in the grand scheme of things without having dash. So we're just going to continue the hunt as normal and not worry about it being a measly froggo, because we want as many resources as possible. And that one is nice and easy. So we have scooted up. We would have scooted up there, and then that was okay. And then we'll go with our tank, whose name was Old Yeller, and roll one more random event table here. Getting a 39. Oh, same page. Uh-oh. Heavy Mists. I could have hunted a 2. Yeah, maybe. Also, good to see you, Mike. Long time no see. Heavy Mists. Heavy mist envelops. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what I did my first campaign. And even after doing the 5 free wounds, the level 2 rocked me. So hopefully learning from my mistakes that time and not getting too overconfident. And I did actually look ahead and see one of the things that the level 2 does. A bunch of damage interacting with stinky tokens, and I think it'd be tough. A heavy mist envelops the survivors, obscuring the lantern light. Roll 1d10. If the result is even, the survivors stumble in the right direction. If the result is odd, they get turned around. Okay, so let's see. 3, it is odd. So they get turned around. Roll again on that table before moving forward. And so before moving forward means we don't need to get ambushed. That is nice. So one more random roll. Again, that could have been much worse. 46. Same page. Nice. River. The survivors come to the edge of a river of blood. Non-insane survivors suffer 1 brain damage at the sight of it. The survivors must investigate in order to pick up their quarry's trail. Each survivor rolls 1d10. If no survivor successfully finds the monster's trail, roll again on the hunt event table before moving forward on the hunt board. Very, very interesting. Okay, so just saw the table. We definitely don't want to roll a 1 or a 2. All right, so for 1 brain damage for non-insane folks, we have 1 person who's non-insane. So let's do 1 event damage on Dragon, and that's going to be 2. Where is he getting it? The booties. There's the only spot that only had 1 armor. So down to 0 on the boots. And everyone's got a roll. So we'll start off with Bluey up front. Not rolling 2d10, just 1. Oh, no. We get the 1. What does it mean? You lose your balance and fall into the river of blood. Instantly, a massive parasite crams its way down your throat, savaging your insides on the way in. You suffer the broken rib, severe bodily injury. You hope that's all the parasite does to you. Damn it. So what is broken rib? Hopefully it's not horrible. Let's see. -1 permanent speed. Bummer. Okay. Well, I don't know if that... I mean, it could be worse, but it could also be better. Only getting 1 attack is not optimal. But I mean, for this character specifically... losing accuracy would have really sucked. So we'll take it, and could be worse. Gaining a bleeding token, though. Okay, so fingers crossed, not a 1 or a 2. A 7. That can't be too bad for Dragon, can it? You realize that the River of Blood is filled with the bloated corpse of unrecognizable monsters. You feel compelled to fish some out. Gain 1 random basic resource. If you're wearing heavy gear, you fall in and swallow blood and soft bloated monster bits. Reduce your survival to 1. Does Dragon have any heavy gear on? Let's see. Melee, metal, stinky. Nothing heavy here. Huzzah. So we get a random resource, which is good. We want as many resources as possible. Don't mind me leaning away from the mic, just grabbing the loot resource deck. Realistically, we want as many monster resources as possible, but we shall be happy with anything, really. So far, I've felt a little resource starved this campaign. And I think, in my greed trying to rush to making cool new gear with the Frog Dog stuff, I kind of flubbed up and should have just started with Rawhide instead. But hopefully this fight will give what we need to make the Frog Doggo boots, and then we should be all good on some armor. And if I'm really lucky, I'll get the 1-drop resource for a shield. Monster hide, we love to see it. Good stuff. So put that up there, just remember that I have it. And we don't need to worry about following in. That is good. Oh, we need a 9+. Ooh, okay. All right, this for Old Yeller. Getting a 3, well, at least it's not a 2. The quarry is defecated in the blood, except for 1 event damage to random location from sifting through fecal blood water too long. Gross. Okay, so Old Yeller gets it to the body, going down to 3. All right, this is our last chance for a 9-up to end the hunt phase here and now. Otherwise, we got to keep rolling. Oh, dang it. We get a 2. If we really wanted to, we do have a lifetime reroll, but I don't think losing a speed is worth it, even though it is a bit of a frustration. Broken rib. Let's do it. On the bright side of broken rib is, I think it's a severe waist injury, and if we get really lucky on dice rolls, we might be able to get rid of it in the settlement phase. but it might be at the cost of losing the survivor, and I don't know if it's probably the body actually. I don't think that broken rib is waste. Okay, bleeding token. There we go. All right, so we don't get a 9, meaning we need to roll again on this table. Hunt phase started extremely smooth and could have ended 2 rolls ago, but the last rolls haven't been, or that last roll wasn't kind to us. Alrighty. Oh, 99. Show me what you got. Portcullis. I think we need the key for this, which we didn't get. If the survivors approach a massive portcullis standing in the darkness, it is not attached to anything and does not bar their way. They may choose to walk around it. If they do, roll again on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt board. If the settlement has the portcullis key, which we don't, I don't think we're going to walk around it. We're just going to go straight to the fight at this point as we get to scoot up and then boom, Bob your uncle, we fight. So grand scheme of things, pretty smooth hunt phase, although having 2 people lose speed is definitely a bummer, but that is part of how this game do. Okay, so we'll scoot these folks off and remove this. Just while I'm getting this set up. Mike, you having a good summer so far? There we go. That is gone. So this guy is going to go right there. Then he's joining for the first time. Check out my super creepy punk frog doggo. Very proud of this guy. There we go. Wasn't supposed to be a punk. Was supposed to just be a bullfrog dog. And just put those horns on and was like, you know what? This thing needs to be a punk. Alrighty, where do we want to put folks? One little note too, this fight as normal doesn't have any other terrain, but I've been doing a little home roll thing where before getting set up, I roll a d10 and on a 6-up, I put a copperfish den out just because copper is a hard resource to find apparently. And on a less than that, I haven't been doing anything, but since I fought this guy so many times, I was like, you know what, let's start mixing it up with some other terrain. Oh, heck yeah, man. I feel that too. My wife and I and 4 of our best friends just got back from a remote week-long hike on one of the Gulf Islands on the west coast of Canada here. It was roasty toasty the whole time and was freaking awesome. So heck yes to summertime beach action. Okay, so how do you want to get set up here? I think we'll put our tank guy. We kind of want him near the heinous origin, but we do also want... let's put him there. Let's do that. And then we can also do... Bluey. We want Bluey to be able to get in on extra accuracy from the behind too. So we'll put them right there. And as far as everyone else, I think let's go here and here. So support person's kind of in the middle. I think I might try to level them up in Fist and Tooth. Because right now they don't have any other weapons except a thrown weapon, which doesn't have any specialty. And it'd be nice to have a Fish and Tooth master / specialist as well. Okay, cool. So, as far as terrain, you've got the Mammoth Leaf, which is pretty sweet. So you need to be standing on it. You can use your move and action to bounce off of it within 7 spaces with +3 strength, which is pretty cool. And then we also have the Ore Vein, which, you know what? Let's actually put our support person over there, and they'll be the one to go around and get it. Hopefully we'll be able to get an iron, or maybe 2, which would be pretty sweet. 2 is actually impossible. I don't have a pick. Alrighty, but first things first, the monster is going to go and do its thing. I've read these traits every single time, and I've fought them so many times now that I'm only going to read them when they come up. I will say that reading these things out loud on camera is ridiculous. The text is quite literally heinous. I think I've said that like every single time now, but as you can see by the art, it is something, that's for sure. Fight itself is a fun one though. I'm looking forward to level 2 when I think I'm able to do it. I don't think I'd be able to do it yet. And if I did pull it off, I would severely wreck all the survivors I've got. So do not want to do it right now. All right, let's see what this frog doggo do. Twitching kick. Oh, one thing we do need to do is the foul stench. So we will read this one first. The frog dog's presence elevates the riot of smells in the area to a fever pitch. On arrival, all survivors gain 1 stink token for each stinky gear in their gear grid. If any survivor has stink tokens, they are stinky. The stinkiest survivor is the one with the most stink tokens. So that's an example of just how kind of silly this all sounds reading out loud. The rules and mechanics, awesome and fun. The flavor of it, shall we say, is very silly. Alrighty, so who is stinky? Bluey is not stinky. Oh, nope, no stinky for Bluey. Dragon gets 1 stink token. Perfect, it's already there, actually. Old Yeller, I think, is pretty stinky. Let's see. Membrane. Okay, 1 for that, 2 for that. So 2 stink tokens. 3 bombs used. That is not the right character anymore. So 2 stink. We'll write that out. Mike, for your beach time, are you by the ocean or by lakes? Snoop Lion. I think Snoop's also stinky. 1. Yeah, 1 point of stinkiness. There we go. Quick drink here as well. Okay, so the stink tokens have more interaction with the level 2 and up. I did take a look, and it looks pretty dangerous. Not so much on the level 1, but there is a little bit here and there. Okay, so onwards to Twitching Kick. Stinkiest threat in range. Hey, there we go. So we get it on this card, and the stinkiest threat in range is going to be our buddy, tanky guy, old pal, Old Yeller. Full move towards the target. If adjacent, turn the monster so the target is in its blind spot and attack. Nice, there we go. So didn't actually need to move it after all. So how much evasion does Old Yeller have at this point? Old Yeller has 3 evasion, which is pretty wild and awesome. So that means it's going to be hitting on 8s, which is ludicrous, I feel like. Yeah, doesn't even hit once. Fantastic. I was thinking too, I might jinx myself by saying this, but if this goes really smooth and I'm able to get through the settlement phase pretty fast too, I might even try to do 2 Lanterneers tonight. We shall see. I don't usually game on the weekends, and tonight/this weekend is kind of like a downtime, chill out, recharge weekend, so I might just friggin' game out. We'll see. Our ready with that is going to bring it to our turn. And I figure we might as well attack with a person that's already in the blind spot, or let's go get the ore first. Yeah, let's do that. Do we want to try to level up some insanity? Let's do it. So they're going to move, going 1, 2, 3, 4, getting adjacent up there. This being Snoop of the Lion. And they're going to use Order of Death. Once per showdown, you may spend your action to have all non-death survivors gain 2 insanity. And so that includes them. They're not deaf, putting their insanity up to 21, which is wild. Old Yeller goes up to 9. Dragon goes up to 4, unlocking the strength of the axe. And Bluey goes up to 6. Huzzah. Okay, so that's going to be their turn. Let's go ahead with Old Yeller here. So Old Yeller lost a speed, which is too bad. Or did they? Maybe they weren't the one that... No, they didn't lose a speed. So their speed is actually pretty good, actually. So with the long club here, they are going to be attacking 3 times, looking for 5s to hit. Oh, one moment. I'm actually forgetting one of the new cool abilities I have. One sec here. That cool new ability is... Oops, that is not it. Frog Doggles. While insane, at the start of your act, she just went, reveal the top cards of the AI and hit location deck. So this is the first kind of hit location card scouting mechanic I've been able to do this campaign, since we don't have the White Lion in play. But what this means is we get to look at the top card of the hit location and AI deck, and just play with them facing up, which is really cool and wild. I don't think it's as powerful as the White Lion one, where you just pick up 3 hit location cards and reorder them, but it's still really, really neat. It's like, it reminds me of Oathsworn, if anyone's familiar and played that. So we flip, and let's just see what we have. For the hit location, we have Twitching Memory Sac. Lovely. And we do have a critical effect on here, which is nice. So we know that we can crit. And then Carbuncle Exhalation. Getting rid of this would be nice because it is a mood. And yeah, we don't really have easy ways to get rid of moods. However, this one gets rid of it on a crit, which is pretty lenient. A lot of moods just stick around forever if you can't get rid of it. The only thing we have to get rid of moods, if anyone's curious, is Acid Bombs, which only have... Wait, what? Oh no! They've only got 1 speed because they're slow, but this character lost a speed, meaning a speed of 0, so they can't even be used. So yeah, we have no way of getting rid of moods except for any sort of crits there. So fun. Okay, well, with that in mind, I think let's go with, just because there's a crit and we want to be sure to get rid of the mood, let's go with this person first. So we'll go right here. No, we'll go right here. Right into the Heinous Origin. And this is with Bluey. So Bluey only has 1 speed now, which is a bummer. Hitting on 6s. 7. We get it. We already know what it is too. And as far as crits, I think this will be, what is it, a 7 or an 8? So it'll be critting on 10s become 9, so 8s. 3. I'm not even sure if that's going to wound. That would be 7, and I don't think a 7 wounds. Let's double check. Oh, alas, 7 does not wound. Bummer. Okay, well that is too bad. No diggity there. Bluey has... You know what? We're in a good spot. Let's just go ahead and surge, going down to 4. Actually, let's roll dice on a 6 up. No, we do spend it. Reason that they can do that is from the Rawhide Armor. All right, so 6 up to hit. Surging there wasn't the best move, but I mean, we got a lot of survival and we're in a good spot right now, so I figured why not? But there's not much more disappointing than surging and getting a natural 1. Okay, let's go with who we're going to go with originally now, being Old Yeller with the... And we can actually... We're going to scoot back 1, just so we're no longer adjacent, and we have 3 attacks hitting on 5s. I could be hitting on 4s if I hit there, but I got 3 dice, and hitting on 5s is pretty good. And then this way, if there's any ill effects from being adjacent, they are no longer adjacent. Okay, we get 2 hits. We'll take it. And we connect with... So I should have had this one flipped so that I know. But the Festering Throat as well as Twitching Hand. All right, so Failure. Its bowels agitated with rage. Perform Leap and Gaseous Bloat. All right, so we're probably going to want to do this one first, just so it doesn't leap away. If it leaped away, then it would cancel the hit. As far as the strength here, we're only looking for a 4 up to wound. Oh, we crit! Fantastic! Lunge 10, baby! Alrighty, so critical wound. The frog dog lets out a hoarse squeal. All non-death survivors gain 3 insanity and read frog dog's song. Oh, that is exciting! And everyone is super insane. Let's see. So Bluey is up to 9. Dragon is up to 7. Old Yeller is up to 12. And Snoop Lion is up to 24. That's nearly, I think, as high as I've ever had anyone as far as insanity goes. So, fun stuff. Okay, let's read Sad Frog Dog's song. On the off chance anyone's joining for the first time, this is the Frog Dog art. It is gribbly and really cool, that is for sure. Also kind of horrific. But that is Kingdom Death for you. Sad Frog Dog song. Here we go. Oh my goodness. What a piece of art. Oh my god. All right, Sad Frog Dog song. A melody emerges from the heinous origin. Your senses cannot determine if it is sound or smell. Oh gosh. Okay, the high-pitched whistle of the emission seems to stretch in a frozen moment, sounding slower and lower, then finally disappearing into an infrasonic realm as it is felt, not heard. The aroma stretches like gaseous fingers, probing every nostril, wrapping around their olfactory bulbs and tightening its hold until the puny sense organ is forever warped. Any scent will bring tears to your eyes. Every reminisce will smell of sadness. What a paragraph. Oh my god. Okay, Old Yeller, so you gain the aproctophilia disorder. Let's grab that. Aproctophilia. Boom, boom. When you gain a stink token, gain +1 insanity. Oh, someone else had that. That's what I was thinking. Let's see. Does Snoop Lion have it? Yeah. So that's part of the reason why they're so insanity based. Meaning that they have 1 additional insanity because they gained a stink token earlier. Alrighty. And then deep breath. What do we do for deep breath? Just roll a d10. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I think I might use the one-time reroll for this because I don't know when we're going to see this table again, and I'm sick of rolling ones on tables. So let's just read it, and then we'll decide after. The monstrous pain sets your worst memories ablaze, burning away the delicate tapestry of your identity. It leaks out through your nose. You taste brain matter and sizzling blood. You suffer a random brain trauma for every hunt XP you have. If you have 0 hunt XP, foreign pain fills your mind. Gain 2 new disorders. Suffer a random brain trauma for every hunt XP you have. How many hunt XP do we have? 3 random brain traumas sounds like a really good way to die. And I don't think I want to lose Old Yeller. So we are going to do lifetime reroll. I think it's hidden away up here. Lifetime reroll is used. And let's see. Come on, not a 1. Oh my god. I don't know what that looked like on the camera, but it totally landed on 1 and skipped to 7, and I thought it just stayed on 1. Okay. So 7+. This is the top thing. So let's see. The monster exhales through its heinous origin, emptying its straining lungs. It conjures its most painful memories to fuel its ultimate defense. Anyone the odor reaches experiences suffering seasoned by the monster's despair. Implanting directly into their amygdala. You learn to harness your despair. Gain the sad Frog Dog Song Secret Fighting Art. Okay, well, you know what? That is fantastic, and I know that's maybe not like the best use for a lifetime reroll since you only get the 1, but that feels freaking awesome. Let's see what Sad Frog Dog Song does. And usually I grab the card to check out the art on it, but I'm pretty sure this is the art. So we'll just look at that and pull it up in the app here. Fighting arts. It'll be this character is first. Sad Frog Dog Song. What do this do? The first time you attack each round, add the values of your failed attack rolls to the strength. Oh, okay, that is really, really cool. So this character, Sad Frog Dog Song. What's up? That's awesome. So especially with someone with high speed, meaning the more they miss, any misses are added to the strength of the ones that hit. The first time you attack each round. Oh no, the first. Let me just reread this to be absolutely sure. The first time you attack each round, add the values of your failed attack rolls to the strength of this attack. Okay, that isn't the clearest, but my assumption is it can only proc on a single attack roll, so a single dice. So if you hit twice, you can only gain the benefits of Sad Song on one of those 2 hits. That is my read on it. I might pull up the card to see if it's got any more info on it, but I feel like that is it. Okay, so Sad Frog Dog Song is in play, and we do the wound, which is awesome. So Carbuncle Exhalation, the card that we had flipped over, is now gone. That is our first wound of the fight. And then we also have Persistent Injury. Sad Frog Dog Song affects some injury cards. We'll put that up there. Then we'll flip these 2 over. So we have Festering Shoulder up next, which also has a crit, and Abrasive Lick for the AI deck, which actually is one of the 2 advanced cards. So if we can get rid of that, that would also be nice. And we might be able to right now. Oh, you know what? I might be playing this wrong, actually. I think... And let's see. So Frog Doggles. While insane, at the start of your act, reveal the top cards of the AI and hit location deck. So I think what that means is I don't just automatically flip them after I've gotten rid of one. I can only make them invisible at the beginning, or make them visible at the beginning of that person's turn. So I'm going to flip those back over and pretend I didn't see anything. Luckily, I didn't read what they do or anything, so I think that's okay. And let's see if we wound. So we wound on a 4, critting on a 10. Dear Diary, jackpot. All right, well, 2 crits in a row for Old Yeller. He's strapping on his chest armor, and he is here to party. Frickin' huge. That's awesome. Gaining a random frog dog resource, and we gain a waxy dermis. Fun stuff. So put that up over there. All about these crits. That's freaking awesome. The monster's knobbly fingers seize uncontrollably, forming outrageous evocative gestures. All survivors gain monster level insanity. Gain the random resource, which you've gotten. And there goes Abrasive Lick into the wound stack. Wow, so this is just a battle of insanity. So Snoop up to 26, Old Yeller up to 13, Dragon up to 8, and Bluey up to 10. Bluey and Dragon started this fight with like 1 insanity. Nuts. Okay, really, really cool. There is that heinous art one more time if anyone wants to see it. Dear God. All right, so we'll close that up, put that down there. I almost want to Surge them just because that turn was so friggin' massive, but I feel like that is unnecessary. So, you know what? Let's friggin' do it. Why not? We will Surge them. Going down to 4 survival. 3 dice hitting on... Ooh. We're going to bounce. Let's do it. Oh, no, Surge only gets the action. We've already moved. Ooh, no, we haven't moved. Yeah, we're going to Surge and we're going to bounce. So bounce uses the action and movement, and I can put them down anywhere within 7. I think they're just going to stay exactly where they are. I don't think they're actually going to move. And the reason I did this is you get to attack as part of the bounce, and you add +3 strength to each attack that hits. And we get to use Frog Dog Song this time too, so I don't mind if I miss. Okay, so we miss 1, which is kind of awesome. So we'll be able to add 4 to one of our attacks. The first one, I believe. So we put that down there, and we hit twice. Watch this get the trap. No, that is something. Alrighty, so let's do, it doesn't really matter here. Let's do this one. We'll do Twitching Coarse Crest. We almost don't want to crits, and I mean, I think the chances of getting a Lantern 10 a 3rd time in a row are astronomically tiny. This one does have a wound. Okay, let's just do, let's do this one. So we're going to be adding 4 and 3. So we're adding 7 strength on top of what he already has of 4. So we're going to be adding 11 strength to this roll, which for a Lantern Year 6 sounds bonkers to me. Okay, so a 9. We don't crit, however, oh my goodness. So 20 strength on this attack. I don't know. I think I got 20 strength at the very end of the first campaign. Wild. I almost feel like that should just be a crit because of how the overkill of that, but we're not gonna mess with the rules at all. So we wound the Twitching Coarse Crest, getting 3 wounds down, which is awesome. And then let's see about the Festering Shoulder here. So we're adding 7 to results. Yep, we super wound. Goodbye, another AI card. And Festering Shoulder. The monster sings its woe in sour, gravelly notes. Adjacent insane survivors perceive the frog dog's pain. They gain monster level insanity and are knocked down. So we only have 1 person that's adjacent and insane, being Bluey, who already gone and had a really poor first turn. So they gain an insanity and they are knocked down. They don't have the frog dog armor, so they can't really do anything about it. But that is okay. Next up, let's go with Dragon, who's got the insane axe dealio now. The axe hits on 6s. Do we want to all get lined up in the blind spot? I mean, being in the blind spot is nice. Let's do it. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, back to there. And 3 dice hitting on 5s. Nice, we get 2 hits. And does Dragon have any abilities that I'm forgetting about? Let's do a quick look. Tough, which is a good one. I need to make sure I remember that. Immortal, also a really good one. Cool, 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 cool. And strength should be 2. Good stuff. And the Crest Axe, here we go. While insane, it gains 4 strength. So we got 6 strength here too, which is pretty bonkers again for this level. And we connect with... So 2. Well, I'll just get the trap now. No, not yet. That is something. That is something. All right, so Festering Thigh. Failure. Okay. I mean, that fail is not too bad, and reflex would happen nonetheless. All adjacent survivors gain a stink token. Yeah, show. Let's do Festering Thigh first. All right, so adding 6 to this result, meaning we only need a 2-up. 9, not quite a crit, but still a wound, which is good. We do away with another wound stack. And I'm just going to check off before I forget, because it tracks this. Ooh, Dragon, what is your hunt XP? Oh, you don't have a weapon proficiency yet. You're just a young fellow. Old Yeller, I should have done this before, would be... Where is it? What's it called again? Whip, shield, spear... Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do any proficiency. I'm going to hold out until getting hopefully finally getting that shield. And I'm just channeling that's going to happen today. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so Festering Maw. There is a reflex here. We just need a 2-up to wound. Oh, baby, we get it. No crit, but we get the wound. So there we go, working our way through the AI deck quite well. Carbuncle spit a thin black plasma. All adjacent survivors gain a stink token. So that is going to be Dragon. Going up to 2 stink. He also has a Proctophilia, meaning he gains another insanity, going up to 9. And Bluey here, up to 11 insanity. Oh, no, sorry, that is not relevant here. Not sane. They gain a stink token, so they have 1. Cool. All right, good stuff. So we did a bunch of wounds there. I don't think we're going to surge. I mean, we could and just freaking zerg the heck out of this guy. Why not? Let's do it. Dragon's going to surge, going down to 4 survival. And doing that all over again. So 3 attacks, hitting on 5s. Getting a perfect hit, which doesn't have anything special, but still 2 hits is good. Festering exposed gums and festering stomach. The death blow, I mean, that would be sweet, but we're not there yet. So we do have a failure, so let's do this one first. So once again, we just need a 2-up to wound. Oh, baby, we get it with a 2. Another AI card gone. And then 2-up. Oh my goodness, we get a crit. So we're not getting any crits with the person who's got luck, but we're critting everywhere else. And yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, so a massive tooth breaks loose with a reverberating crunch. Gain 1 mossy molar frog dog resource. If the attacker has 3+ courage, they are gleefully spurred on by the sight. Draw an additional hit location and attempt to wound it. Cool. I think what we'll do, just because I've already shuffled this, so if we're looking for a specific resource, Teddy Hide, I'm just going to look from the bottom, because I'll be drawing from the top. Mossy molar. There we go. Cool. Not too far from the bottom. Good stuff. Okay. And 3+ courage. I don't think they have any. We'll double check. Oh my goodness. They do have 3+ courage. Fantastic. So let's draw another and try to wound it. So on a 2-up. We get it. Okay. I'm going to jinx myself, and it's going to result in me getting the trap card. But Dragon the Dentist just going to town. We're here for it. We are here for it indeed. Good stuff. This is going crazy smooth, and I'm going to jinx myself by saying it. But so far, so good. Smoothest fight to this campaign yet. Okay, so Frog Dog's turn. It doesn't have any fart cards in play, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's see what it is going to do. Man, that was the best single turn of Kingdom Death I think I've ever had. We pretty much nuked its entire health pool. It's got 2 AI cards left. One in the discard and the one that we're about to draw. Holy moly. Oh, it's another mood. Fun. So when this comes into play, perform basic action, which we have on this card over here. Random Stinky Survivor in range. Stinkiest Survivor. So random Stinky Survivor in range. It doesn't specify threat, so meaning it could be anybody. So what we'll do... Yeah, it'll just be any of them. So we'll do the lowest dice roll gets it. So for you, for you, for you, and for you. Okay. We'll do one little roll off between these two. All right, that is going to be Dragon. Dragon the Dentist, getting some rebuttal here. Okay, so basic action. So we'll turn to face. 3 speed, 5+ accuracy. I think Dragon has 2 evasion. Heck yeah. So 3 speed, wounding me on 7s. Oh wow, that's a really good roll. That is 3 wounds. All right, let's see where those connect with, and we're probably gonna dodge at least one. Body, and head for Dragon. So the head's got 2. This is only gonna be 1 damage, and the body also has 2. So we'll dodge a body, spending a survival to do so. Then it's taking 1 damage to the noggin and 1 to the body. There we go. And then Gaseous Bloat. We draw a fart card and place it face down on the... Is it the double sphincter is where it goes? I believe that's where it goes. So we'll put it there. Okay. And then we have the Carbuncle Eruption, which is now just in play. The Frog Dog's carbuncles continuously vomit inky spray. When a survivor attacks from the spray zone, they gain a stink token and suffer -3 accuracy for the attack. So we don't want to attack it from the sides. We only want to attack it from the front or the back. And if we crit it, that goes away. There we go. So we've got someone knocked down. I mean, technically, they were knocked down before the monster had its turn, so I think they would actually be able to stand up there, which is nice. As far as what we want to do, I am a little worried about the trap. And we only have that left. We only have 2 things left. So I think we're going to go with this person, and they are going to spend their action to try to loot this. So we'll roll a d10 and see what we get. A 4. What do we get on a 4? You find something shiny. You gain a random 1 iron strange resource. Archive this terrain. Nice. So our first iron of the campaign. We'll go ahead and just add that. Iron like lion. There we go. Cool. And then they might as well move. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto that big old leaf. And because they acted, we're able to look at what we have left in the deck. So this just in the discard pile, it's a twitching kick. That was the first turn that the monster had. So we've got that in play. And then we can also look at the hit location, which I wanted to check this out because I wanted to make sure it wasn't a trap. So there is a fail, but we need to actually hit for any sort of fail to come into effect. So we're going to go with Bluey here because it would be really nice for Bluey to get at least 1 wound in this fight so that they can work towards their proficiency. The one downside of retiring, semi-retiring Dogmate is that he had just gotten the first proficiency of the game. And this person is 1 fight away from getting it too. So if we can just get it now, that would be fantastic. All right, so we're not in the blind spot anymore. So we're hitting on, I do believe it's 6s. If we need to, we'll double check. 7, that'll hit for sure. Heck yeah. So festering sinuses. Festering sinuses. We're going to wound on a 4. Just a 4 up, please. Critting on an 8. Oh. Alas. Well, failure. Melodic trills echo from the chambers of the monster's gullet. Adjacent insane survivors perceive the frog dog's infectious laughter. They gain insanity and are knocked down. Okay, so that is both of them knocked down. Balls. I was really hoping to... I guess I could have someone else get them up and surge. we'll probably do that. So they gain 1 insanity, going up to 12. And Dragon goes up to 10. We'll have, oh no, our sport person's got either 1 or 0. Snoop Lion's got 0. So Old Yeller's going to spend a survival, getting Bluey back up. Bluey is then going to surge, keeping that survival on a 6-up. Yes, so still at 4. And they're going to attack with only 1 dice, which really sucks. I'm really not feeling that lower speed, especially with that low accuracy. So hitting on 6s or 7s. Oh, I gotta double check. Oh, balls. That is unfortunately a near miss. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. Okay. I almost like... We've got the fart card. Dang it. I think we do need to, or we should try to get rid of that. I could just try to eat it. Let's see. How far can I move? I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there wouldn't be the closest anyway, so that wouldn't really work. Or I could jump and do the bounce thing, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it. We'll see what happens. We'll go bounce into the blind spots, the heinous origin there. And then our goal is to get rid of the fart card and not kill this guy in the process. So 3 dice hitting on, I think, 4s. Yeah, it'll be 4s. Okay, so that is a full round of hits. 1, 2, and 3. So we got an impervious, a double blinking eye, and a festering posture. Okay, so usually I like to do the ones that have leap last, because it can mean it runs away. But if we do, then we don't kill it. However, we do have an impervious, so let's do this one first. Yeah, we'll do impervious first. So on a 10, we get some, or something hopefully good happens. I guess I should probably read it first. If adjacent, you lock eyes. Yep. Okay. So potential good stuff on a Lantern 10. No, that is the opposite. All right. So that card is done. And then we'll see if we can wound this one, and in which case it will leap away. So I think we just need, we need a 2-up basically. Which we do, so we get rid of Twitching Kick is now in the pile there, and then it's going to leap in Gaseous Bloat. However, this fart card is gone, which is nice, because we hit it from the heinous origin. Leap, let's pick that up and see what leap do, just to be doubly sure. Place the frog dog on the center of a random mammoth leaf it currently does not occupy, and turn its blind spot to face the center of the board. The monster crashes down with malicious heft. So random 1, let's just go highest dice gets it. 1, 2, and 3. So that's going to be this one, and then it faces away, was it? Turn its blind spot to face the center. So blind spot to the center, there we go. Doesn't land on anybody, so that is a good thing. Yeah, good stuff. And then Gaseous Bloats, we could draw another fart card and put it on the double sphincter. Is there anything else that we can do this turn? I mean, we could get them up if we really wanted to, but we kind of don't want to bother. So let's just keep that as is. And then the last card we're not able to actually hit anymore because he's no longer in range. Excuse me. Okay, so fart card is going to be played for the first time this fight. Blooming Emission. Hopelessly suffocating in the cloying scent of powdery blooms. Targets, I forgot about Sad Frog Dog song there, but that's okay. Target a survivor the fewest spaces from the heinous origin. They suffer monster level brain damage to the body and gain a stink token. Gasping and bloodshot, they stagger away and suffer the flea brain trauma. So that's actually a pretty bad one. That's going to be on Bluey here. So 1 damage to the body for Bluey. Going down to 3. They're actually kitted up pretty well. And gaining a stink token. So up to 2. There we are. And the flea brain trauma. I think that makes the move. Let's see what else it does. Body, brain. Where is flea at? You're knocked down and suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest board edge. So that is going to be 6 towards the closest board edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and knockdown. as they are knocked off the map. We'll scoot this over a little bit to get everyone in sight, or more folks in sight at least. There we go. Okay, so that is the fart card played, and now all it has right now is its basic action. So basic action is going to target a random stinky survivor in range. That should be everybody, so we'll just do lowest dice gets it. Oh, fun. That is Bluey with another natural one. Kind of reminds me of making a new D&D character for the first time and being really stoked to play it, and you just roll the worst, have the worst luck on rolls. That is Bluey here for sure. All right, so it's going to scoot on over to there. Now we'll shift this a little bit closer. And does Bluey have any evasion? That is the question. 2, that is good. So it's going to be 3 dice hitting on 7s. Just 1 hit connecting with Bluey's hands. We don't even need to worry about that. I'm just going down to 3 armor. We'll take it. And then Gaseous Bloat, another fart card, has been played on the double sphincter. Back to our turn. So first things first, I'm going to spend a survival from... Dragon would not be up this time because they got knocked down on its turn. So I could spend a survival to get them up too, but we're going to start with Old Yeller going down to 2 and getting Bluey up. Let's see, Bluey could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, getting into the blind spot. So we're going to do that. Being able to move 6 because they're insane and they have the Vigor Capsule. So that means we're going to be hitting on 6 instead of 7. Oh, baby. A 7 will do it. And then please no Trapola. Festering Heal. Good stuff. So critting on an 8, wounding on a 4. Oh, getting a Lantern 10. I think that's off camera, actually, so we'll scoot this up a little bit higher so there's a little bit more in shot. Beautiful. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. Fantastic. So, because the mood's in play, and discard this when the monster suffers a critical wound, I think order of operations would still be that we do the wound before... Like the wound effect happens before this, which means we win. That's how I'm going to play it right now, at least. But what do we get from that card? Let us see. The frog dog is stunned. It rolls protectively through its writhing pile of spawn. The monster is knocked down. Okay, so that's kind of a fun one. You could, on a 6+, you get rid of all the fart cards on the double sphincter, but no matter for us this time. Yay, super awesome. So that means... Bluey gets the thing that they needed, proficiency point earned, and for the next fight they're going to have proficiency, which is good, which is really good. No one else did though, it is what it is, that's fine. All right, so let's just clean up this table a little bit and we'll scoot into rewards and such. Scoot all those things over, get you up there too. Well, that was one of, if not the smoothest Kingdom Death fights ever. Hunt phase was right up there too. Having people lose speed was a bit of a bummer, but I mean, it also could have been worse too. Okay, so book. Get the minis out of the way here too. If I'm able to make the full Frog Dog set, this officially means that I need to finally paint the Frog Dog armor set minis that I put together. I did a little bit of kit bashing on them for the loadout ideas that I had, one being the luck-based character, the other being the tank. So yeah, if I'm able to get them kitted out, I'll need to get that going too. I don't know when I'm going to have time to paint them though. I might actually try to do a little this weekend just for fun. I haven't done any painting for quite a while. But I'm off to Gen Con next week, and I'm not going to have any time to paint him while I'm down there, that's for sure. Alrighty, so I think it's page 19. 17. Actually, just a really quick shot of some art in the back of the book if anyone's curious. This is to do with the sediment locations, I believe. So this one is the Frostcrafter for the normal Frog Dog. So you can see folks making all kinds of cool Froggo Doggo gear and stuff. Very stinky, very cool. And then this is the Tuskworks, I believe the name is, which is for the level 3 special bullfrog dog one. Kind of gives me like a Genghis Khan kind of Mongol armor vibes. Okay, cool. But that was a quick distraction. On to the fight here. Quick drink here too. Yum. Okay, so lingering cough we don't need to worry about because this is not the first time. So 4 basic and 4 frog dog. Let's do basic first. Gaining 1, 2, 3, and 4. Broken lantern, some scrap, that is good. Monster bone, hide, and love juice and organ. So the question is, can we use this as an organ for innovations, or do we have to do that? Or just based on not having many organs, or can we actually do it to make another bebe, because having another free bebe would be nice. All right, moment of truth. Are we going to be able to stop hunting level 1 frog dog? 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we get? I kind of want one at a time. There's only one that I really want, and I'm sure the frog dog boost needs something specific. But there's only one thing I really, really want. Tatty hide, it's not you. Mossy molar, it's not you. Spindly paw, it's not you. Oh, sick. The last one. That is awesome. Don't mind me bashing the table there. Ironclad spine. This is a specific item that we need to make a shield. And usually in the base game, at least, you can't make a shield until the leatherworker is unlocked. So having a entry-level shield is going to be so freaking cool, and I'm really excited for it. Freaking sick. Okay, so we'll put these up here, and we'll deal with that in a little bit. In the meantime, we are victorious. So let's do this thing. Complete showdown. Dragon achieves age 1. Good stuff. So we'll do that for sure. Bluey. There we go. Return and advance year. Is there anything on the timeline? Ooh, Phoenix Feather. So we'll have to do that. That's in the main book. And then next one is Sunstalker. I don't even know if I'm going to hunt the Phoenix in this campaign. I might check out the gear and see if there's anything in specific that I really want, but I'm just worried about the timey-wiminess of potentially losing survivors to not even actually like using them. But like, I think if I remember, you can lose them in the hunt phase, and then they can also just get yeeted out of existence during the fight too, which I really don't like, don't love, considering like how strong the survivors have been getting so fast in this. And I've also got the Sunstalker, which I need to finish painting, so maybe I'll try to paint that this weekend instead. Let's see. Show. I guess let's do Phoenix Feather. I guess we should do the settlement phase thing first. What card do we get? Bring those up there. We get Glossolalia. I don't know if it's just me, but when playing this game, I get like just a mild bit of anxiety drawing settlement event cards, because some of them are freaking rotten, and they can either really hammer home a terrible fight, or they can really wreck a good fight. So yeah, big stressies pulling these out sometimes. Glossolalia. The settlement calls out to the returning survivors in a chorus of unknown tongues. Each survivor in the settlement begins to speak in their own incomprehensible language until all the sound of the settlements are replaced with a never-ending babble. Nominate 1 survivor. So I kind of picture this is just all barking and braying, just given the theme of the campaign here, for sure. Okay, so who do we want to nominate for this? Do we want someone that has been and done stuff before? Or do we want it to be a newbie? Why don't we do... Let's do Dogmeat Dingle, Hero of the Lantern, who's kind of like our sacrificial lamb. Alright, so roll 1d10. So nominate 1 survivor. Yeah, so it doesn't say roll, but like it's a table, so I'm assuming we must roll. 8. Okay, that is the best result we could hope for, which is good. The nominated survivor's words carry above all the others. As they speak, the others begin to learn their language impossibly fast. The nominated survivor gains 2 understanding and adds the title Father of Words to their name. Oh my god, they've got the longest name in existence. Your settlement may endeavor at science and education innovates, normally this settlement phase. Fun. So we don't need to worry about those ill effects. Good stuff. Or else that wouldn't have sparked joy. Okay, so dog meat dingle hero of the lantern is epithet. Okay, we're just gonna put it in the epithet. Father of words. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And we don't have pictographs, so deep listen. Spend 2 resources. +1. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'm going to spend 2 resources in an endeavor to do that. But hey, glossalia didn't end up being that bad, so we can take joy in that. Okay, so that is good. That is good. Just thinking, okay, let's do the story event next before I forget. Go pull the book out. Hardcover rulebooks definitely feel excessive, but my goodness, are they also really cool. For board games, at least. Hardcover rulebooks for other games are very common. But yeah, KDM, very, very cool. What was it called again? Feather something? Phoenix Feather, 151. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. So we have some creepy art here. Haven't seen this art in quite some time. Oh, my camera's just lagging a little bit behind where I actually am. And yeah, cool feather. A fallen feather fills the settlement with dread. The skies bubble and murmur as a dark presence tears through the atmosphere like a negative lightning bolt, sucking the air and energy from all who gaze upon it. A light rain begins. The survivors turn their eyes up to see a huge iridescent feather slowly floating towards the ground. Their lantern lights reflect strange rainbows off the twisting feather. A primal fear takes root in the settlement. You may now hunt the phoenix. Add it to the quarry list on the settlement record sheet. Nominate a single survivor to break the silence. They gain +1 courage and break the silence, or to speak. Okay, who do you want to do this? I kind of want to do, let's do Bluey. Let's do it. So Bluey is going to break the silence, hopefully breaking some of their bad luck rolls that last fight. Getting an 8. That's got to be pretty good, right? All right, it is the highest result. Okay, so Bluey. Bluey exclaims that the fallen feather is the most beautiful and dangerous thing they've ever laid eyes on. Each color runs perfectly into another, and gazing upon it imparts a strange sense of longing. They are convinced that there has never been something so perfect in this world. The survivor greedily hides a feather from the others. They gain the crazed fighting art and the hoarder disorder, and +1 courage from stashing the feather. Returning survivors gain +2 insanity. Okay, so much insanity gained. Oh my goodness. All right, so this is +2 courage for Bluey. 1, 2. Then they gain some stuff. So crazed fighting art. On a perfect hit, gain 1 insanity. I feel like, my goodness, this campaign is just all about insanity. Hoarder disorder. I don't think hoarder is a good one. Hoarder, where you at? There we go. Whenever you are a returning survivor, archive 1 resource gain from the showdown and gain +1 courage. I mean, gaining courage is nice. Archiving a resource stinks. And I did actually forget, I have a scavenger's kit, meaning I get 1 more resource, and I'm going to choose that from the monster pile. So another waxy dermis for the stack there. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we can do that, and then all returning survivors gain 2 insanity, so going up to 14 for Bluey. Dragon goes up to 12. Old Yeller up to 15. And lastly, Snoop Lion all the way up to 28. Holy moly, Snoop Lion, you crazy. Hoarder Disorder is my favorite band. That actually is a pretty sick band name. Okay, cool. So that is done. So we'll close up that big old book. Now, the real question is, do we have what we need to make this stuff? So the only things that I'm super keen on making are Frog Dog armor and that shield. So, and endeavoring. I really want to endeavor and hopefully get dash. Because if so, we might tackle a level 2 critter next time. So Frostcrafter, we want you. Skinnery, we're not concerned about right now. Stone Circle, we'll put over there because we might look at you. Bonesmith, I'm not concerned with you. Unless we can do, I don't think we have ammonia. We'll take a look though. Throne, we're probably going to do stuff with you. Fear and Trembling, it's kind of scary, but it might be useful. Barber Surgeon, I don't think we're doing anything with you yet. And then, I don't think we're going to do anything with you. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we've got heat either. So this is where we're standing right now. First things first, the spiked buckler. So ironclad spine and an organ. Did we get any other organs except for the love juice? Dang. And then what was up here? Make stuff! Absolutely. So we only have one organ. Did we have any leftover organs? Goodness gracious, we have 4. What are they? We have a perfect organ. And we have the burnished encephalomatter, which I feel like using them on this would be a huge waste. But I feel like it's almost worth it because I can get more, and I haven't even actually technically got into the way that you're supposed to get it yet, so I might. Reason being, I really want a shield, and I also really want to endeavor this turn, and I need 2 organs to do that, and I don't think it's worth using the perfect organ, which I can use for different things later on. So, let's do it. We're going to make stuff. Gear. Frostcrafter. Oh, I can't make the frog dog boots. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me add all these in really quick. Let's see. So, waxy dermis, spindly paw, mossy murlers, waxy dermis, spine, and tatty hide. I like just doing it in the app because it's so easy and just calculates everything for you, which is nice. So let's go back to resources. Frog dog. Okay, so ironclad spine. There we go. Mossy molar times 2. Spindly paw. We have 3 of those total. Waxy dermis times 2. And then last but not least, we have the tatty hide. There we go. And then for these, we have bone, monster hide, and love juice for basic. Love juice, monster bone, monster hide, and scrap. Okay. With that done, let's see what we can make. So, Frostcrafter, we cannot make the boots. We don't have a mammary gland. Ah, nuts. And that means we're going to have to hunt this guy again next time. Oh, that's disappointing. So, man, that is a bummer. So, it kind of makes me think, like, should I even... Yeah, I should do the buckler because it would be really nice to start working on the shield proficiency. Do I want to do the love juice? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, and let's take a look at this guy too. So, spiked buckler. It's got 1 speed, 8+ to hit, 1 strength. Block 1 though, and barbed 2. So block 1, you can use your action to block. And when this blocks, basically block means like the next time that you're hit, as long as you're hit the next round, you can reduce the amount of hits by 1. When this block hits, roll 1d10. On a 9+, the monster suffers a wound, limit once per round. So that is a way to level up your shield skill without actually even hitting. Yeah, well damn, that was a little disappointing. I really thought I'd be able to make the boots, but alas, needing the mammary gland. But we get the shield, which is really cool too. So we got that. Put those over yonder. I wonder if I should start making more frog dog stuff, or if that's just a bad call. Let's innovate first. So so down to 3. And storage, please. Show owned. So monster bone, monster hide. And then, yeah, this feels wrong, but like we're going to do it. We're going to go down to 2 burnished encephalomatter. And I wonder if I can just do it in here. I'm kind of tempted just to do it in here. Let's see. So we draw 2 innovations. I don't think I've ever actually done it in the app here. Cooking and scrap smelting. So scrap smelting. Purification, roll 1d10, spend 3 scrap to turn it into an iron. 10 plus, then do it a whole bunch of times. And also building the blacksmith. Or cooking. So this wasn't either of the ones that we wanted. So I guess makes it not the end of the world that we didn't get the other resource that we wanted from the frog dog. Ah, dang, I was really hoping that we didn't need to hunt it again and just kind of move on to some other stuff. But that's okay. We need to hunt something else before we can hunt the Sunstalker anyways. So perhaps Silver Lining. And hey, it buys me a little bit more time to get those minis painted. So doubly Silver Lining, I suppose. Cooking. I don't think we can go for cooking. We're going to go for scrap smelting. There we go. So is there anything else that we want to make / do? Fear and trembling is tempting. We also have a few other things though as well. Give out an email where the fan base can hit me. I actually think I do have an email tied to the YouTube channel, but I don't remember. I don't think I've ever actually checked it. So yeah, I can give that one out for sure. I just got to look up and remember what it actually is. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to do here? I think first things first, let's just do a really quick check through. Oh, we do have ammonia. Oh my god, that kind of changes some things. I did not realize we had ammonia because that means we can make a pickaxe and a sickle. And both of those are really good things. So a bone and a leather. Alas, I don't think we have any leather, but with ammonia, I think we can make leather. No. Scrap smelting, or maybe that's at the leather crafter is maybe where we can make leather. So we can't do that yet. Bummer. Bone and leather. Yep, alas, dang it. I was getting ahead of myself there. So back to our original plan. So innovate's done. Let's look at fear and trembling here. Oh, frog whistle. Can we make a frog whistle? Frostcrafter. Turbotonic frog whistle. No, we cannot, but of course. I also decided that I'm not going to play the noisy rule for the harvester worm, just because it's been spoiled. I know what it does, and just like limiting selection of gear for a maybe just doesn't seem fun. So I'm not going to play like the death of noisy folks with harvester worm. I don't know what I'm going to do if I get it. It might just re-roll. I'm not too sure. But I cannot make this anyway. So what was this again? So on arrival, you play a colorful note. Stinky survivors gain +1 survival and +1 strength token. Other survivors gain +1 insanity. Just kind of fun, but we can't make it anyways, which is fine. I really wish I could make this boots. That's too bad. All right, so fear and trembling. The cowering settlement turns their squinting gaze to the lone figure that mounts the obsidian steps. Once per settlement phase, a survivor may spend an endeavor to approach the throne and roll 1d10. So there's 2 different points of this where a survivor can die. And I am going to nominate our Dogmeat Hero of the Lantern. And we shall see what happens to him. And this is down to 2 endeavors. If you combine the pickaxe and the sickle, you can make a pickle. Oh, beautiful. That is cheesy, and I'm here for it. All right, what do we get? A 5. What is a 5? We'll only call it a pickle if we can put it in the same inventory slot. That would be nice. All right, 5. The survivors stumble down the gleaming stairs, clutching their disfigured face. They suffer the blind severe injury and gain a scar. All right, well, that's, once again, this is kind of a sacrifice person anyways, because they've been gibbled so badly. Dog meat, so they are, I think they were already blind. Yeah, they were, so they are extra blind. I think that does have a specific effect. Let's see. A survivor with 2 blind injuries suffers -4 permanent accuracy and retires at the end of the showdown or settlement phase, having lost all sight. So they are officially retired, but they are in the settlement still. So they're not dead, they're just retired. A fitting end for Dogmeat, Dingleberry, Hero of the Lantern. Set times. But they already have a scar anyways. Okay, we can only do that once. So what I was trying to go for was on a 10 up, you can innovate again for free basically, which is really sweet, but the survivor does die. So that is done. What else do we want to do? I kind of want to see about maybe getting rid of radiating orb. What do you do? Scrap smelting, nothing for you to do right now. Scarification, Mere Omens, nothing important there. Inner Lantern, that's just Surge. Hobble, Dragon Speech. Wait a minute, I think I am missing some here. Just a sec, I gotta go grab the deck, because I think I am missing some. I probably just didn't add them into the proper deck after. So scarification and stuff. Which ones was I missing? So got Bloodline, got Radiating Orb, got Mere Omens, got Inner Lantern, Cannibalize, Ammonia, Dragon Speech, Hobble. Do I have Hobble? Oh, I think I'm looking for the wrong thing, actually. Let's see. Hobble's there. Yeah, I think I was looking in the wrong place. I do believe it is actually on the Barber Surgeon here. Skinnery, Organ Grinder, might do an Augury, but Barber Surgeon. So yeah, trepanning. So we want a 3 to 6, and that can get rid of some disorders. Who do we have that has bad disorders right now? I kind of want to see if we can get rid of the one that we just got on Bluey. The Hoarder one, because it gets rid of resources, and I do not like that. Fingers crossed we don't gibble Bluey in the process here, but let's do it. So we go down to 1 Endeavor, looking for a 3 to 6. Oh baby, we get it. We get it. That is good. So Bluey, we can get rid of Hoarder. Goodbye, Disorder. That is good. One thing I'm kind of curious about, so we can't do that. I suppose, does anyone else have any crappy disorders that we don't want right now? Dragon, we want Immortal, because it's pretty good. Proctophilia, not too concerned about. You must depart with Stinky Gear, actually. Does Dragon have any Stinky Gear? I might have misplayed that if not. Yep, okay, that's fine for now. Old Yeller. You got a Proctophilia too, but you're also Stinky, Snoop Lion. We'll try it on Snoop Lion. So rolling looking for a 3 to 6, or a 3 to 7, we get it. Do we want to get rid of Frenzy, or do we want to get rid of a Proctophilia? I kind of think we want to get rid of the Frenzy one, because they're someone that we want being able to use survival and do other stuff. They're not meant to be fighters, so let's get rid of that. Cool. I think, just from talking, I was on a couple different work phone calls today too, and after chatting to the stream, my voice is getting a little bit sore, so I think I will actually call... Oh, you know what? It's only 8:30, and we're just going to freaking fight this frog dog one more time. Balls to it. I'm going to go be right back for like just a few minutes here, get a fresh ice-cold beverage, and then let's go hunt this other frog dog one more time. Let's just see what happens. Be back in 5 here. Cheers. I feel usually I always do the setup for like the hunt phase and the actual fight off camera, and so may as well do it on camera this time, just for a little something different. All right, super long cord. There we go. Fit all the way around. All right, There we go. Okay, that should be charging now. Perfect. So our camera won't die. That is good. But yeah, so yeah, figured I would do the setup on camera. Let's get that window out of here. Goodbye. Just kind of ballpark these. I think that's where they're supposed to go, but I figure we'll do it a little quick. So let's get these resource decks shuffled back up. And so fingers crossed, this will be the last level 1 frog dog fight. And at the very least, the next time that we play, which will be in 2-ish weeks, kind of schedule depending. I think the week getting back from Gen Con is going to be a hectic one. We'll face off against the Sunstalker, which will be a very first time too. We've never actually played against it. It's partially painted. I did a custom kit bash on it to make it like a little more engaging on the table. My idea was to update the tentacles and make it like it was actually hovering in the air. So we'll see how it looks once it's actually done. But it's coming along pretty good. It's a creepy, creepy critter. Okay, so there we have the frog dog resources. One last shuffle for good measure there. And the basic ones too. Would really like to get some more organs in this fight. We shall see if we're lucky. And also, if we're really lucky, the fight will be as smooth as last time too. There we go. All right, so frog dog fight. What do we need for the... I wonder if we can actually put the camera down so y'all can see how this part of it looks. Put that there. So if anyone's never actually done the setup, basically it explains how many cards are going to be used and what special traits and such. So because we're just level 1, we just have 8 basic and 2 advanced cards. And so, let's see, just need to reorganize the ones that were already used. So we have basic, advanced, basic, 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 basic. There we go. And advanced and basic. All right, so these are all of the basic cards. Plus 2 more there. So we'll shuffle these up. It's kind of a fun mechanic. So whenever you start a fight, you can never be entirely sure of what version of the frog dog or whatever monster you're going to be facing off against will be, because you're not guaranteed to have the same cards. Kind of like, I don't know what like the mathematical chances of the fight being the exact same, but I heard recently that with a normal deck of playing cards, every single shuffle is like a new version of the deck, like to this day, since like the invention of cards or something. The way it was phrased was much better than what I just said, but it was a cool concept. Okay, that is all shuffled, so we'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 basic cards and put those just right there. Hide those ones off to the right so we don't know what the difference is. And then we have 1, 2, all of these advanced cards. Shuffle them in with these 2. And 1, 2, there we go. Put those up top there, and we'll shuffle these up without looking. Awesome, awesome. And shuffle up the hit location deck as well. Just for fun, check to see if the trap was on the very bottom. It was not, so I'm sure it was coming up. Yeah, no man swims in the river of blood twice. Or, in this case, thrice. Yeah, if we get that river of blood again, I shall be disappointed. That one was not a good time. And like, not like the hunt event itself was even that bad, just getting the 2 1s or 2s. Or yeah, the heavy could have been bad too. Luckily, the only person that got the heavy results didn't have any heavy gear, so that was a small saving grace. I am looking forward to, after this campaign, doing the, whatchamacallit, People of the Dreamkeeper with the Ark survivors instead of normal ones. I'm really curious about how the system differs. And I'm curious if they're more resilient or stronger than baseline survivors, because, or if like there is more means to stop people from getting so freaking gibbled and ruined. Like Dogmeat Dingleberry of the Lantern was started at the beginning, so only now 7 Lantern years, and just got like he was so strong and he just got absolutely wrecked, which is part of the game. I get that, but yeah, a little rough at the same time. Okay, so we got that there. We'll pull those hunt events out. Let's grab the hunt event board. So I'll zoom this out now. Only problem with having the charter is that cord's in the way a little bit, but that is okay. So we'll switch this around. Get the hunt board out. About likey that. Get the dice out from underneath. Oh, and get the hunt event cards out too. There we go. And so if I remember correctly, it is there, there, and there. I don't think we'll need that one all the way out there, but we'll put it there anyways. This guy goes here. And I think we're going to do the exact same party. I am going to change one piece of gear though. So Bluey. Come on. Join departing. Dragon. Ooh. You know what? Dragon is... Ooh, actually, I forgot to do age on Dragon. So let's go back and do that really quick, and then we'll move ahead. So age from the old base rulebook here. What page art thou on, age? Um, 107. Flip back one more time. Okay, Dragon. So what do we want you to be? Probably the Axeman is my thought here. But first things first. All right, so Axe. There we go. And with the Axe, we're going to roll 2d10. Getting a 13, and a 13 is a random fighting art. Let's do it. Random fighting art. Order of Death. You may spend your action to have all non-death survivors gain 2 insanity. When you die, you encourage all survivors with your last words. That is interesting. I think that might change Dragon's loadout to the support role. Yeah, we're going to do that. So, early support, confirm. Here we go. Is there anything here that we don't want them to have? They could still be the Axeman if we really want them to, but we could actually retrain that. You know what? Since I literally just chose it, I'm going to just redo it, and instead it is going to be Fist and Tooth. Boom, boom. Okay, so, and his loadout is good. So the thought process here is he's got all these different support items, which is great. And then he's also going to be able to Fist and Tooth as well, and potentially get rid of moods in play also, which sounds fun. However, okay, so Dragon is now support. Old Yeller, you are our tanky boy. And I think we might get rid of the God Mask because it's not really doing much good right now. Just the 2 armor is nice, but we're going to replace it with the Spike Buckler. And the Spike Buckler is pretty sick. So we get 2 speed with it, which is nice. 8+ to hits, 1 strength, and the block and the barbed, which is pretty cool. Nothing to connect it to, but that's fine. So we'll save this for early tank. And Old Yeller. Oh, we never actually chose your proficiency, so let's just get that chosen right now to shield. Oh yeah, this is the one that we decided not to change. So shield, boom, boom. There we go. Okay, so Old Yeller is our tank. He be coming with. Snoop of the Lion, you are retired for now there, good sir. Scythe 2, let's get Dogpole 7 up in here. Your loadout is going to be I think I didn't save it, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's just going to be like a super basic rawhide, scythe, lucky fist. If it's a test, I think it was just me messing with stuff. So let's just go with this. Actually, it's probably closer to what they already had. So it was a rawhide corset. Oopsie, what's going on here? And there we go. I don't think we had a headband, but we did have the rare gear of the dragon vestments. And a little bit more rawhide from the skinnery. Just not the boots, I think. And there we go. So, what else did we have? I'll adjust this to make sure it's all proper after, but I figured just do this a little quick for now to get back into this next fight. Let's just say that it was I'll say that it was the head. So then we'll scoot that over, and there we go. The scavenger kit we want, founding stone we're going to get rid of, and instead we have the axe going in here. Frostcrafter. Crest axe. There we go. Okay. Let's just call this ghetto damage, and we'll save that. Dogpole7. If anyone has any doggo-related names for a survivor, Dogpole7 is in need of a name, so feel free to throw it in the chat or in the comments if you're watching belatedly. Okay, any dog. I wouldn't recommend a beloved family pet because survivors will die often, but any dog from forms of media that you're keen on, or any breed of dog, or anything like that sounds good to me. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've got our departing folks. Let's go ahead and do it. So Showdown Monster is going to be a Frog Dog level 1, hopefully for the last time. But again, this monster is brand new, and it's still been a lot of fun to fight. One thing I forgot too, I'm going to do my little dice roll to see if there's a copper thing on the board. There is. Fun stuff. I'm just going to use the same. I might as well grab it actually. Let's get the correct one. One moment as I grab this other piece of terrain, and I think it's right at the front here. Beautiful. I'll put that up there, and then we'll lay it out once we actually get to the fight. Terrain. Where are you at, Copperfish Den? My very first fight of this campaign, I got a nat 1 or whatever on the Copperfish Den and immediately had someone die, which was rough. Okay, we'll put that up there. All right, and let's go ahead and do this hunt phase. Ooh. Let's go flip back to the stories. There we go. And shovel that forward again. Fantastic. Here is our quarry. Front dog level 1. Boom, boom. Let's depart. And as far as our order of survivors here, let's just scoot this down that way just a little bit. We have Bluey going first. We have Dogpole7, which will just be our kind of rando red hair damage dealer here. Following Dogpole7, we have Dragon, our support person now. And last but not least, Old Yeller in the rear with the tank. So there we go. That is our little party here. And so for starters, let's have Bluey roll on the hunt event table. So D100. 85. Oh, on the same page. Always fun when that works out that way. Name it DP7 after Steve Martin's dog in the movie The Jerk. All right, DP7 it is. I'm not familiar with the reference, but done dealio. Let's rename you DP7. Boom, boom. Nice, it did save. Okay, so first story event is Test of Courage. Lava flows from the eyes of a huge grimacing stone face. Its teeth hold a worn sword. If there are any survivors with 6+ courage, choose one to brave the lava. They gain the Adventure Sword rare gear. If no one can test their mettle, the group moves on to the feeling of inadequacy. If the settlement has already has an Adventure Sword and storytelling, the survivors share stories of their bravery of each survivor's blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we don't have storytelling, we don't have saga, we don't have 6+ courage on anybody. So no ill effects, just the feeling of inadequacy. Respect as we trudge forward to hunt another stinky dog in a stinky swamp. Fun stuff. All right, let's see what this one is. And the person drawing this is DP7. Oh no, this is the one I really didn't like I mentioned earlier. Bouncing leaves. Oh, please no. So each survivor. So Bluey first, really hoping for anything but a 1 or a 2. 7. Terrific fun. Gain +1 insanity. Okay, we shall take it. I think that's basically the best thing that we can get on this table. Next person. So this is DP7. Getting an 8. Terrific fun. Going up to 2 insanity. Alrighty. Next person is Dragon. That is off the table. 3. What is the 3? Splash. You take a big bounce and land right in a deceptively deep puddle. Archive all your soluble gear. Please, for the love of God, have nothing soluble. Good. Nothing soluble. Case in point, this table sucks. I'm pretty sure the best thing is just a 6, 2, and 8. You gain an insanity. All right. Then last but not least, we have our tanky person. 4. So same thing. Any soluble gear on Old Yeller? No. Okay. Thank goodness. Yeah, I do not like that. Do not like that one bit. But we made it through unscathed, so that is something. So we'll scoot forward to there. And next up shall be Dragon on the hunt event table here. Ooh, I guess that would be a 2. I wonder if we've gotten a 2 before. Basically as low as we can possibly get. 2, corpse. The survivors are overcome by a sudden chill, their breath seizing in their lungs. The survivors' teeth chatter mercilessly. All survivors lose monster level survival. At the center of the sudden frost is a perfectly preserved corpse. If the settlement has cannibalized, the event revealer gains 1 random basic resource. Huzzah! So we gain a random basic resource. And we gain, a monster hide. So we'll put that there. Good stuff. And everyone loses 1 survival. So Bluey is down to 4. DP is down to 4. Dragon is down to 4. Old Yeller is down to 4. And yeah, that is not too bad at all. So we'll scoot forward with that. And just like that, this hunt phase is over. So that could have gone way worse. Not too bad at all. And we're able to move right into the showdown. I think I'm going to find that dice. Oh, no, never mind. Here it is. One moment. Let me pick up this dice. Nice. Okay, so we'll scoot everybody up over yonder. Right there, right there. Yeah, I despise that hunt event. It's like, it's not, it could be worse, but it just sucks. I don't like it. Okay, so Frog Dog goes right there. I think with the Copperfish Den, 6 spaces away from all other terrains. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that should be good here too. Being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. I think it's there. That's good. 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, perfect. So there is where it shall be. And then as far as placement goes, how do you want to be organized? I think Bluey right behind. I think this is actually right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we'll do Bluey there. I think we'll have our support person up here. Or actually there. I think we'll put our tank directly in front. And then this person will be over on this side. And then, yeah, let us do this thing. So, it's going to go first, which is fine. That is the normal for this game. And let's see what it is going to do here. Phantasmagoria. Such a cool word. Furthest threat in field of view. So furthest threat in field of view is going to be our support person. The sagging carbuncle mouths form shapes of words, names, meaningful events, disturbing and intimate. The target is frozen in place. They are doomed, so they can't spend survival. Full move the monster until it is exactly 5 spaces from the target, and then turn to face them. So full move is going to be 1, 2. I guess how would this be for 5? So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this, and then turn to face. There we go. So this person would be knocked back 5. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They would be knocked down, but on a 6 up, they are not, because of the armor they have. They are not knocked down. Cool, cool. And then suffer monster level brain damage and are knocked down. This being the intimidate target here. So knocked down, monster level brain damage to... Is this Old Yeller? No, this is Dragon that became the support. Going down to 11 insanity. Okay. And hey, as far as the first turn goes, not too shabby. That is fine by me. We get to go. I think what we're going to do is... Let's go with this person first. Who is this? I think this is Old Yeller. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. They are going to block, and then they're going to also attack, surging to do so. Going down to 3 survival, and attacking with a long club. So block means if they get attacked back, hopefully we'll be able to gain an experience towards weapon proficiency with the new shield we have too. All right, so 3 dice hitting on 5s. Oh baby, that is 2 hits, and I think Old Yeller has the Frog Dog song we just got last turn. Let me just double check. Yes, so the miss we can add to our first attack, and let's see what we connect with. We get Festering Thigh and Festering Dome. So Reflex has Leap, which we don't love. Failure here, so let's go ahead with this one first. And we are not going to fail, because we're going to be adding 6 to the result. And so we only need a... what would that end up being? Like just a 2 up, basically. 6? Yeah, so we need 2 up. Why couldn't you have just gone off the table? You can't see it, but that is a critical fail. So we do fail the Festering Thigh. So we're not sane, luckily, so we don't get the Proctophilia. Ooh, I did actually forget. Everyone needs to gain stink tokens at the beginning of this fight. So let's just go through that really quick. We'll do it just from the top. Bluey, you have no stinky gear. DP7, you have how much stinky gear? You should have at least 1 no stinky gear. Actually, yeah, 1 for the crest axe. So that is 1 stink. Dragon, I know you've got some, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, 1. Yeah. So 1 stink. Old Yeller, you should have 1 too. Yep. Or actually 2. Okay, perfect. There we go. Okay, so no worries there. So gaining a stink token from the fail, that's fine. Old Yeller is up to 3. And they gain an insanity per stink token they've gotten, so that's going to be 3 insanity total for this fight. All right, that's not too bad, but actually hitting would have been nice, but we'll see if we can connect with this one. So this one we do need a, what do we need? I think a 4 up instead, since we don't have the extra 2. Yeah, so 4 up. Nice, we get a 9, so we do the wound. There is a reflex though. What is the reflex? The monster's massive head snaps back, revealing a delicate lacework of wrinkles. Perform leap, then gaseous bloat. So leap, we're going to do a... Technically speaking, it is on this one. Let's look at the card really quick just to see. Leap at the center of a random that is not currently occupied. So yeah, it'll be one of these 2 leaves that it goes to. We'll just say 6 up is the bottom one. No, it is this one. So it jumps over here, faces its butt towards all of the survivors, and then performs gaseous bloat, in which case we put a... Oh, I'm just going to shuffle the fart deck because I don't know if I did before. There we go, just a quick shuffle. And we put a fart card on top of the double sphincter. Good stuff. And that is the end of its reflex there. Meaning it is the end of his turn. I don't know if he's going to get attacked all the way over there, but it would be nice for him to get attacked. We shall see. I think it makes sense to... I think we do want to encourage that person. So let's have... Who do we want to encourage? DP7 will encourage getting this person up, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 over to here. This person being Dragon. And the question with Dragon, so they are definitely insane, so we can flip over the top cards here too. So on the top of the hit location deck, we have a Festering Spindly Toe, which looks pretty fun. And then for the AI deck, we have Revulsion, which I've never seen. It's another Intimidate. This one actually has a Sad Frog Dog Song action effect on it too, so cool stuff. It is just a basic, so not super concerned with it, but would be nice to get rid of it too. So I think they're going to loot the Copperfish Den for their action. Let's do it. An 8 up, fantastic. We gain a Burnished Encephalomatter, which is perfect since we lost that last one using it to innovate last turn. Huzzah. And that is gone. All right, that is their turn. They're just going to stay put. They've moved. They've done their action. Next up, we'll have DP7 go. And DP7... Oh, DP7 is not insane, meaning they're not going to gain the benefits of the Crest Axe. So let's just attack with their Bone Blade from behind right now. A little ghetto weapon. In. So 2 dice, going to be hitting on 5s. We do have a fart card in play, so let's just scoot them over to here, actually. Hitting on 5s. That's 2 hits. So we get the Festering Spindly Toe, which we knew was on top. And then also the Festering Gas Stomach. So let's do the Death Blow just because it's got no ill effects. And so we're going to be wounding on a 4. That's exactly what we need. Boom, boom. Revulsion is gone. Then next up, Festering Spindly Toe. So critting on a 10 would be nice, but also just wounding on a 4 would be nice too. 7, we do wound, but the wound effect comes into play. Let's see what it is. Pockets of gas shift in the monster's midsection, causing irritating muscle cramps. The monster's limbs flap haphazardly. If adjacent, the attacker suffers 2 damage to monster level hit locations. Full move the monster away from the attacker. All right, that's actually a pretty brutal one. 2 damage to monster level hit locations. So that'll be 2 damage to DP7's body. Going down to 0 armor and a light wound. Ouchie kibbles. And then full move the monster away. And its full move is, I think, 6. We'll double check. 7, actually. Full move away. So it's going to scoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up to there. Fun stuff. With that in mind, what can we do with the rest of our turn here? So DP7 moved, did the attack. We did wound though, so we can discard the fart card in play. That is nice. Okay, let's see. How do we want to do this? I kind of think let's go with, I guess the only person that we can go is Bluey. Bluey does have a full set of Rawhide, and so I think what we'll do is we're just going to move back onto there. And then the action is going to be the Rawhide Headband. So reveal the top 2 AI cards and place them back on top of the deck in any order. So we'll draw the top 2. We got Big Mouth Bite and Reeking Headbutt. These are 2 new cards for me, actually. So fun stuff. And basically, we're going to be picking the one that it's going to actually use. So Reeking Headbutt, Stinkiest Threat in Range, or Stinkiest Threat in Range. So that's going to be identical. And I think it should be our tank, which is nice. So 3 speeds, 5 plus. Bleed 1. Metal armor or has a sharp weapon. The monster suffers a wound. I wonder, is Dragon's weapon sharp? I don't think so. Or Old Yeller is actually. What does that say? No. Okay, but no metal either, I don't think. So, let's see, what makes more sense? I mean, the Reeking Headbutt does more damage, which isn't fun. Bleeding, I'm not too worried about, so let's do Big Mouth Bite on top. There we go. And it's now going to be its turn. So, Big Mouth Bite comes into play. Stinkiest threat in range is going to be our buddy old pal tanky guy, Old Yeller. So it's going to scoot over to here. 3 speeds for Old Yeller, I think is going to be hitting on 8s, which is pretty wild. So 3 speed hitting on 8s. I do want him to hit at least once to proc the shield, but we'll see. Not a 1. Hey, I mean, like, that's nice, but I wouldn't have minded if you hit once. That's okay, though. All right, so done deal there. Okay, who do you want to go first in this case? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't get in the blind spots, but that's all right. I think we're going to jump in. No, let's go with our tank first here, which is, just so I don't mix up the names, it is Old Yeller. Oh, they could actually bounce too. Why not? Let's bounce with them. So they're going to bounce, going back here. And from that, they're going to try to hit with the Spiked Buckler. Basically, we're just trying to get the proficiency in play here. So 2 speed, hitting on 7s, and it's going to be 5 strength from bounce. Oh, hitting on 7s is not enough in that case. Let's surge, because why not? And we're going to do that again, hitting on 7s. We get a 9, that is 1 hit. Carbuncle Cough, we finally get a trap. Balls. Okay, so all survivors are doomed. All at once, the carbuncles screw their eyes shut and start to gag. Wriggling, mucus-covered balls emerge from the carbuncle orifices. This can never be unseen. All adjacent survivors suffer monster-level brain damage. Horrific. Okay. Old Yeller suffers a brain damage. And then basic action, targeting the attacker. So it's going to turn around. Maybe we'll get our wish. No, except block is no longer in play because it's our turn. Alas. All right, so basic action. It's going to be 3 dice hitting on 8s. No deal. So no hits. That is good. Gaseous bloat. So we got another fart card in play on double sphincter. All right. Well, as far as traps go, that was not horrendous. So we'll take it for sure. It does cancel the attack though, which is too bad because it would have been nice to just get that wound in. However, this does put us in a better situation for some other things. So we'll see about that this turn. For starters, let's go with Bluey, I think. Bluey is going to move, or not move, bounce as well. And Bluey's bounce is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right into the Heinous Origin, so let's go for it. We only get the 1 dice though, and they can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They cannot move there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, dang. Okay, so Bluey is going to jump into the Heinous Origin with the bounce. We only have the 1 dice hitting on a 6. 5. We are going to surge. We lose the benefits of bounce though. 6. We hit. Okay, and we connect with Twitching Hand. And I realize surging for a single attack is not great, but we doing it. And let's see, on a 6-up, they don't spend the survival. Nice. Would have been nice to actually use that roll for this this card, but that's okay. All right, so Twitching Hand. There's a failure response with Leap. We crit on a 8, and that would be nice. Let's see, critting on an 8, wounding on a 4. Oh baby, we crit. The monster's knobbly fingers seize uncontrollably, forming outrageous evocative gestures. All survivors gain plus monster level insanity and random frog dog resource. Okay, good stuff. So Bluey is up to 17. Also, my voice is getting a little bit scratchy. I've been streaming too long. All right, DP7 is up to 3, meaning he's now insane and can benefit from the axe, which is great. Dragon is up to 12. And Old Yeller is up to 18. Okay, and a random frog dog resource. Teddy hide. That's not the memory gland that we need, but it is something. So we'll take it. Cool, cool. So there we go. Another wound gone. And we have hit with Bluey, which is exactly what we wanted. Ooh, I also forgot they've got their specialism now. When you critically wound with a scythe, roll the d10 on a 6-up, shuffle the hit location deck. Do not shuffle unresolved hit locations. Well, cool. So on a 6-up, we shuffle it. We do not. Fun stuff. Okay, cool, cool, cool. That is their turn done. I'm going to scoot up with our support person here. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into that blind spot. We also, because we crit, or we hit from the Heinous Origin, we get rid of the fart card and play. Goodbye, fart card. Okay, so this is now Dragon, and they're going to be using Fist and Teeth, which I haven't used in a very long time. So 2 dice, hitting on 8, just plain Jane strength, which is, I think, 2? Huh, only 1 on this character. Whoopsie, so this isn't going to go well. But 2 dice, hitting on... So, do I want to do this, or would it make more sense to bounce? I mean, they're already here, but they could also do something else this turn. I do, because it's their turn, we do get to flip over the top cards here as well. So we get Festering Exposed Gums, and then also Confusion, another Intimidate action. You know what? We are in the blind spots. We're going to try to bounce next turn. Let's use the Acid Bombs this time. So it's 1 dice. It's going to be 4s to wound and 6 up for strength. All right, so 4 up because we're on the blind spot. Nice. We do hit, and we connect with the card that we see on top, the Gums here. And we have 6 strength, so we just need 2 up to wound. Oh, we get a crit. Fantastic. A massive Tukes brace loose. Oh, freaking heck. Dragon once more. Dragon the Dentist. We might just need to add on that epithet for him here, because he be taking all these teeth 2 fights in a row, gaining Mossy Molars. Let's see if we can find Mossy Molars from the bottom here. There we go. I had to shuffle through like half the deck there, so I am just going to reshuffle it. There we go. Cool, cool. Mossy Molars achieved. Confusion gone. This is once again going very smooth. I feel like it's time to go up to level 2, but I just really need dash. And after this, hopefully we'll have the full set of armor. And worst comes to worst, I can just make rawhide. Okay, so that was good. That was really good. Then last up we have DP7, who is insane, meaning they've got the good weapon now. So they're going to move, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the side there. 3 speed, 6 up, and 6 strength, which is pretty nuts. All right, yeah, that is 3 full rounds of hits, 2 and 3. Connect with the Festering Maw, which reflex isn't horrible. Okay, so we'll do that one first. And that one last. There we go. So double blinking eye. Slowly, one milky transparent lid slides down over the bulging eye. Then another slides up from the bottom. So critting on a 10, wounding on a 2. Oh baby, 2. That's all we need. There we go. Wound is complete. And then same idea here. Just need that certain memory. Indeed. Oh, and we get a crit too. Fantastic. Yeah, just need that memory gland. Need it so bad. All right, so a rain of teeth splashes musically on the surface of a puddle. The attacker lifts their face to meet the rain, mouth agape. They suffer 1 damage to the head location and gain +1 speed. Gain 1 Mossy Molar Frog Dog resource. Okay, well, we'll go from the bottom again. And if there's one near the bottom, we won't shuffle. But let's see. Okay, no, we're going to shuffle because we're going all the way through the deck. The only one was right there. Okay, shuffle we shall. And +1 speed. I am pretty stoked on that. I wouldn't have minded it going to a different character, but that's okay. Dentists are cool, but we need a mammogram technician. Absolutely. And who knows, maybe the shuffling here will play in my favor. There we go. Okay, one more speed for DP here. Boom, boom. That's like on the verge of almost having too much speed, but kind of cool. I've never played with that many fast characters before, so it's a nice change of pace. There we go. Another card gone. We are crushing this level 1 Frog Dog once more. So yeah, I do feel like it's time to get out of level 1s. And to be fair, we will be next time because I think we're going to be trying the Sunstalker. Okay. So that is our turn. I don't think we want to surge or anything because we do really want to get the shield specialization going here. So let's just let it do its thing, and it's going to act with Soaring Smash, a first advanced card. Furthest Stinky Survivor. Well, I mean, furthest, like everyone is adjacent. So I think what we're just going to say is that it's just going to get the stinkiest person. So it moves to them, performs leap, target suffers grab. All right, so they're already adjacent. That's fine. And then leap, so it'll be one of these two leaves that it's jumping to. We'll say 6 up for the bottom one. Yep, so it jumps to this one. Target suffers grab. Oh, and we didn't have block in play. Dang it. All right, 3 speed, hitting on 8s. Ouch, 2 perfect hits. So that is going to hit us twice, each doing 2 damage, which is pretty rough. The head and the body, we're probably going to block one of those. Yeah, we'll block the head. It's going down to 1 survival. And then we're knocked down, so let's roll a d10. On a 6 up, we get to stand up. No, we do not. Okay, and Soaring Smash is done. So yeah, that's actually a pretty brutal card for level 1 at least. Okay, and that is the end of its turn. So let's have DP get spending a survival to get this fellow up. They are going to block with their action. And then they are going to spend their last survival to surge and attack with a shield. So 2 dice hitting on 8s, which is a slim chance, but you know, who knows. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to. Hey, perfect hits. That is always nice. And then hitting, nothing major here. On a 6. Oh no, we missed actually too. So, oh my goodness, they just need a 1-up to hit because of Sad Frog Dog Song. Yep, we wound, meaning we get the thing that we needed. Hell yeah, that's awesome. All right, so shuffle the discard. Get rid of that. And just going to mark off before I forget so that they have gotten their shield proficiency. Good stuff. And Bluey also got Scythe. Good stuff there too. Awesome. There we go. That worked out too well. All right. After that, I think we'll probably go with, let's see, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. So we're able to get folks in range here. Who do we want to go first? Probably Bluey. So they're going to bounce and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over to here. And they only get the 1 dice hitting on 6. No, and I don't think we're going to surge because they've already got their thing, so that just is what it is. Next bounce is going to be, who do we have as our support person now? Old Yeller. So Old Yeller is going to use their Fist and Teeth here, so 2 dice hitting on 7s. Oh baby, that's 2 hits. All right, wound and reflex. Oh, so both leap. All right. Deadly. So yeah, not a huge fan of either of these ones, but we'll see if we can get a crit on a 9. Wounding would be a 3. Wait a minute. So wildly, if the attacker is not in the monster's blind spot before, if the attacker is, okay, sweet. So we're gonna do this one first because reflex only happens if they're not in the blind spot. So we don't need to worry about it. So we'll do this one first. Oh, we crit! Fantastic. And so that's going to, just so don't forget, we're going to level up the, oops, no, that's Old Yeller. Dragon levels up the Fist and Teeth one. Heck yeah. Okay, so sweet tasting sweat splatters off the wounded leg and lands on your face. The attacker's pupils shrink to glowing pinholes. They gain +1 accuracy token and gain 1 random frog dog resource. Elastic tongue. Cool. An accuracy token. Accuracy would have been more amazing, but we'll take the token for now for sure. There we go. Heck yeah, that's awesome. And we do another wound. Gone. Crit gained. Yeah, heck yeah. And then let's see about this one. 2. I don't believe it 2 wounds. Let me just double check. So 2. How much strength do they have? This being. Was it Bone Yeller? Nope. It is Dragon. Okay, so 2 plus 3, so 5. No, that would be 7. So no wound there, but no ill effect either. So that is all good. And then last but not least, we have DP here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does not quite get it. Closer to boo boots with every card. We need them boo boots. Absolutely. Okay, so they can't get into range. Is there anything else that Dragon can do this round? We do have the helm. Nope, is that the right person? That's the wrong person. DP7. We do have the helm, so we'll probably do that. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto that big old leaf. And then let's check and see. We only have the 1 AI card, which is Phantasmagoria. So we'll take a look at that. And then we'll put it back, knowing that it's coming up next. And that is going to be the monster's turn. So let's see what this card do. Furthest threat and field of view, that is easy. That'll be DP. The sagging carbuncle mouths form shapes of words, names, meaningful events, disturbing and intimate. The target is frozen in place. They are doomed. Full move the monster until it is exactly 5 spaces to the target, then turn to face them. So we had this one before. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put... Let's see, does that make sense? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we'll say that that is the spot there, and we'll actually just shift this map down a little bit there too. Maybe clean up these cards a little bit as well, because they're very messy. Alrighty, Roo. That is just going to be a single brain damage and knocking DP down. So DP is no longer insane, no longer gaining the benefits of the axe. But that's okay. We can fix that if we need to. I think, though, who do we want to go here? I think let's go with our luck-based person and see. So hitting on a 7. Hey, we get it. Festering Drone. All right, so critting on an 8, wounding on a 4. Oh, baby, Lantern 10. So Bluey's luck really turned around between the 2 fights. So many crits this time. Extra awesome, which is the single speed. Amazing. And so that is Phantasmagoria gone. And crit. The monstrous carbuncles erupt with jets of stinking water. The monster is knocked down but gains +2 toughness until the end of the round. Adjacent survivors archive all their stink tokens. That is interesting. It's not going to be relevant for this fight, so I think we'll just not worry about it. And +2 toughness until the end of the round. So we'll leave this here. There's not that many like low level cards that have like negative effects on crits. It is interesting when they show up though too. So very thematic. And you crit. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. So that is sweet. Who do we want to go next? I think let's go with our support person. So they're going to go back a few steps, going 1, 2, 3 to there. And because they're up, we get to see what the top card is. It is a Festering Gas Stomach. It's also the Death Blow. Yes, please. So this is Dragon. 1 dice, hitting on 4s. And then they have 6 strength. Let's see. 4 up, getting a 9 up. That is good. Wounding on 2s. Oh, baby. This might be the first or maybe second time ever I've gotten a death blow. So super freaking cool, and definitely the first time for the frog dog. Let's read all about it. So Festering Gas Stomach. Let me just moisten the gullet really quick here first. All right. If the frog dog is defeated at this location, it pitches forward, its crest rising, borne up by the angry hissing of expanding gases. Just as suddenly, the straining hulk collapses, wheezing melodiously, and punctuated by a final wet-sounding emission. The survivor that dealt the killing blow roars in triumph, gulping lungs full of the gaseous buildup. They gain +1 speed, +2 weapon proficiency levels, and the unfroggable fighting art. Wow, that is freaking nuts. Okay, well, Dragon, you beast. Dragon the dentist. Awesome. All right, so 1 speed, which is sweet. 2 weapon proficiency, meaning they just unlocked their proficiency for Fist and Tooth, which is awesome. So we'll do 1, 2. And then the unfroggable fighting art. So I'm going to grab the fighting art card because I think it's a secret one. And we'll see what the art is on it. Unfroggable. What a name. Never mind. So I don't see it in secret ones. We do have a massive deck of normal fighting arts from the different expansions that are in place. So let's see. Unfroggable. Where art thou? Yeah, Death Blow. Freaking awesome. What are the chances? Unfroggable. There we go. The unfroggable dentist, proficient in Fist and Tooth. Oh, you just can't make it up. I didn't even realize that, Mike. That is freaking perfect. Unfroggable. Fastidious self-care. You are never stinky and cannot gain stink tokens. If you have any stinky gear in your gear grid, when you depart, archive it and gain +1 survival and +1 evasion. Well, that is interesting because we have one of them stinky up until this point. Let's see. Loadout. So the only, we do kind of need them to be stinky to have the frog goggles. So I guess the goggles are going to have to go on someone else, and the acid bombs are going to have to go elsewhere too. That's interesting. I don't know if I actually love this fighting art or not. If you have any stinky gear in the gear grid, when you depart, archive it and gain +1 survival and +1 evasion token. So you can kind of, interesting. Never stinky and cannot gain stink tokens. That is an interesting fighting art. I don't know how I feel about that. It feels like kind of a slight negative just for how I've kitted out the character, but we'll have to adjust. Pretty cool. So fighting arts, unfroggable. Unbreakable, unfroggable. I think I might try to replace that one with something else, but at the end of the day, that's still really cool. Okay, cool. So let's clean this up and head back to the settlement phase here. Okay, I'm just gonna put this deck of cards away as well. Now we'll put that away after. I'll put that up there for now instead. Okay, but now, real talk. We need that memory gland. First things first though, let's draw 4 basic resources. 3 and 4. And actually miniatures up and away just to create a little bit more space. There we go. And, oh, we got a skull. I don't think we've actually gotten a skull yet this campaign. A second perfect organ. That is cool. Monster bone. And a question mark. So this could also be an organ. So that is good. We'll put that up there. And now, moment of truth. Memory glands. Please. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from the scavenger kit. Come on. Fiery crest, ironclad spine. No! Bummer. I think I might be a cheeky bugger and spend an endeavor and only take, like, what makes the most sense? Yeah, I think I'm going to spend an endeavor and get rid of 2 resources at random. Oh, the second shield. Yeah, it'd be rough to lose that, so hopefully I don't lose it. I think mildly fair. So spending a whole bunch of crap just to cheat the game a little bit, but I think it's fair. So we'll get rid of 2 resources from this draw, and then also an endeavor. And then we're just going to get the memory gland because just need it to complete the set, and not going to fight the frog dog again for at least a little bit after this. So let's see. So the ones that we're going to leave behind are 1 and 2, supple nose, and the ironclad spine. Dang it! It would have been really nice to keep that one, but we're cheating the game anyways, so it makes sense to get rid of the nice one. So that I feel like is fair enough for me. And let's just see, just for fun. Next card, Tatty Hide. Okay, where was the memory sac? Oily sphincter, mammary gland. How many mammary glands are there? Oh, no wonder. The mammary gland is just a single drop, so it is a rough one. But yeah, we're just going to take it and do the exchange here. So a little bit gimmicky, but I feel like fighting the frog dog is fun. And level 2 frog dog is going to be soon, but I feel like need to not fight the frog dog again. So we're just going to do that. I feel like that's fair. All right, so the other stuff that we got are these and this. And then let's just go back here and complete showdown. There we go. Boom, boom. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate the agreement. Usually try to play as the book as possible, but I mean, like, if things get in the way of fun and it's been grinded out for long enough, I feel like fun is what I'm here for at the end of the day. All right, so we got those. Put that up there. Put those back over there. And again, if any resource was like the most valuable one to keep there, it was the one that we lost too. So it is what it is. So 4 going down to 3. And let's see. So settlement event first. Let's do that. Again, terrified to see what I'll get with these. Always. Skull Eater. Is this a good one or a bad one? Randomly choose a returning survivor and give them 3 insanity. If there are no returning survivors, choose a survivor from the settlement. So randomly choose. Let's just do lowest dice roll. Gets it again from left to right. That is going to be... Who do we have? That is DP. So DP gets it. All right, so they gain +3 insanity. DP going up to 5. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see. They gain the following impairment. Marrow Hunger. When murder or Skull Eater settlement events are drawn, this survivor is nominated. Marrow Hunger. This played out really poorly in my first campaign. I remember that. Abilities and impairments. Marrow Hunger. Hopefully a functional Skull Eater. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for too, because last time they were not. Marrow Hunger. There we go. All right, so... I'm assuming that this just needs to be rolled now. Yeah, because they've been nominated, so they've got this. Delicious Skulls. Let's do it. So rolling 1d10. 8. 8 can't be that bad, right? The other survivors redirect the Skull Eater's hunger. They may spend 2 endeavors to replace the Marrow Hunger impairment with a binge eating disorder. If you don't, add the murder settlement events to the timeline next year. So, I don't fully remember murder, but I know that it takes out your most seasoned survivor. And I'm pretty sure the most seasoned survivor I have is the retired fellow. And if anyone was to die, I wouldn't mind if it was the retired person. I might just spend the 2 endeavors, though. I might just do that. And only have 1 endeavor this round for innovating. Let's just see what binge eating is. Binge eating. You cannot depart unless you have consumable gear. You must consume if a consumer arises. I mean, that doesn't sound horrible. I think we're just going to let this person... I'm just going to check experience on the survivors really quick. Experience 2, 2, 3. Old Yeller is 5. Dogmeat is also 5. Oh, so Old Yeller is also right up there too, eh? Murder. I'm pretty sure I don't want to mess with murder because I do remember it being awful and hating it. Yeah, thanks, Mike. I appreciate the note of solidarity there. We'll spend the 2 endeavors and disavow any chance of murders next turn. Thanks for the input. Okay, sweet. So no murder next time. Huzzah! We've managed to avoid any bad settlement events. That is good. And I need to grab a new rulebook to introduce the Sunstalker. One moment. It's just out of reach of my arms here. So Sunstalker is a creepy, gribbly critter. Let's see, I'm reading it right. Yes, Promise Under the Sun. And there is a little bit of the emblem art for it. There is the normal art for it. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Oh, green. I didn't realize the art for it was green. I was thinking about doing it blue, but I kind of like the idea of green too, actually. I don't paint green very often. All right, so Promise Under the Sun. That was called? Promise Under the Sun. Where art thou, Promise Under the Sun? Oh, right at the very beginning. Page 4. Okay. Oh, fun stuff. I haven't actually introduced an expansion monster in that actually has like the intro story in quite a while. I forgot it was a thing. So let's zoom this out so everyone can see the really creepy, cool double page spread art. Promise Under the Sun. There once was a boy and a girl who met under the blanket of darkness and counted the lights in the sky together. When their lips touched, the sun dawned for the first time. I have a crazy dream to share with you, said the girl. We will hunt down that light and live under it, together forever. I swear to you, we'll live that dream together, said the boy. He felt the promise swell in his heart. No, was that a little cute little kiss there too, and this creepy sun looking down on them? Yeah, it's fun reading these for the first time. The girl and the boy grew into man and woman. Together they cooked many meals, repaired weapons, fought monsters, and gave up on starting a family. Although their childhood promises were forgotten with the passage of time, they shared a great love. But one day, the woman gave up on starting a family. Interesting. One day, the woman fell ill. As they lay counting the lights in the sky like they always had, the sun finally dawned again. Excitedly, the man turned to the woman, but she had stopped counting some time ago. Beneath the warmth of the sun, he kissed her cold body goodbye and remembered their promise. He decided that he would hunt the sun, so that he may bury it with her. Nominate a survivor. They gain the Burning Ambition fighting art. You may now hunt the Sunstalker. Add it to the quarries list on the settlement record sheet. That is actually like a beautifully sad little tale in a couple of condensed pages with the art along with it too. You can just see just out a page there's a creepy mouth in the sky there as well. Fun stuff. I think I've actually got my sun model or Sunstalker miniature right here too. One sec. So it's partially prime, once again blue. And I mentioned earlier in the stream, and this has been quite a long one, that I reposed a bunch of the tentacles, and I'm going to give it like a big brass bolt thing in the bottom so that it's like elevated and flying. But the idea of it is it'll sit something like this off the ground and be this horrible, hovering, tentacle, octopod, handsy shark monster. Such a creepy mini. I don't hate it, but it is one of the weirdest ones out of all of the Kingdom Death range, and that is saying something. Yeah, I don't love it either. Okay, cool. So, Burning Ambition fighting art. What is... I guess we should see the art for this too, so let's grab that. Fighting arts, I think I put up here. There's cards all over the place right now. Burning Ambition. Burning Ambition. Here we are. So as far as on the card here, looks like someone who's just refusing to give up. It's always fun to see what these cards have. When you were instructed to skip the hunt, skip the next hunt, ignore it. So you can never be forced to skip a hunt. That is pretty cool. Who do we want this to be on? I kind of think we should put it on... You know what? This is a little cheap, but I'm going to put it on Dragon. Reason being, it just got Unfroggable, and while it would be a pretty cool one on other survivors, I don't like it on like the character build idea I have for them. So we're going to get rid of Unfroggable and instead and Burning Ambition, because you can only have 3 fighting arts. Burning Ambition. There we go. So they can never be forced to skip the next hunt phase. That is pretty cool. Cool, cool, cool. There we go. And so no ages or anything to do. Just for fun. I wonder what the Showdown Sunstalker, just to see the art. There's a little tease of what we'll be facing off against next time. Okay, but for now, we have one endeavor left, which we are definitely going to use to innovate. However, we do need to add these resources in just so that the app's going to have them all calculated. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll stack together any samey ones. Elastic tongue. Oh, that is an organ too, and a hide. Fun stuff. Tatty hide. All right, so we did really just get so many resources here, which is awesome. All right, so elastic tongue, gaseous bladder, ironclad spine. We didn't get you, which is too bad. Mammary gland. Once again, a little janky, but we shall take it. A tatty hide. Waxy dermis and mossy molars ×2, as well as a wiry crest. Yeah, so we went through like a third of the resource deck there. An ambitious dentist indeed. Yeah, I think Dragon is just like very quickly turned into one of my favorite characters or favorite survivors. So famous last words, it means they're going to die. But until they do die, we shall love them. Alrighty, so basic resources. We have a question mark. We have a... What do we have here? A monster hide and a monster bone. And then a perfect organ and a skull. Huzzah! So we'll put that up over here. There we go. All right, so what do we want to make? I guess first things first, let's just do the endeavor to get it out of the way. So we'll, or the, not endeavor, the whatchamacall. I'm just blanking on the name entirely. Innovate. And let's draw 2 innovations. So we get paint and symposium. Oh, baby, dash. That is exactly what we were hoping for. Symposium, I think, is really good too. Survival limits when innovating, draw +2 cards. Nightmare training and storytelling, which is awesome. But we needed dash. So dash is coming home, baby. Fantastic. That worked out too well. And as far as the resources that we would have spent to do so, let's just say a monster bone, a monster hide. And as far as a monster organ, let's just do the question mark there, which worked out well. Awesome. And then as far as making gear, so we know for sure that we'll be making those mammary gland boots. Let's just go ahead and do that right now. Frog, dog, boots, tatty hide, and mammary gland. Boom, boom, boom. So we've got one full set of frog, dog armor. Hell yeah. Vertebrae nuts, don't care about that really. Frog whistle, we still can't make you. What are we missing for that? A mammary gland. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be rushing to try to get back to the frog dog here, unless it's level 2, which we might try to do that. Leatherworker we don't have yet. So what do we have for as far as the skinnery goes? Oh, so I did actually do that wrong. So we have a full set. We've got 2 full sets of rawhide. So we've got 3 full sets of armor, really. Okay, so let's make this because we should have had it there to begin with. So that we have 2 full sets of this. I wonder. Let's see. The leatherworker, yeah, headband for sure. Because I think I thought I had a second one anyways, and so I'd given myself one for the last fight, so it's the right thing to do to make it. Leatherworker, so I think we need to do this. 3 hide and 1 organ. I think it's time to get into the leather. We probably should. That or... Let's see. So we got the leatherworker here, or the weapon crafter. So 3 bone, 1 hide, or 3 hide, 1 organ. What can we realistically do there between the 2? Resources show what we have. 1, 2. I mean, if we wanted to go crazy, we could spend one of our 2 perfect organs and make the 3 hide. Am I doing that wrong? What hide do we have? So we have 1, 2. Okay, we do have enough hide. So I think let's go ahead and do that. And so we'll do the elastic tongue, 2 waxy dermis, and the tatty hide. And that will unlock the leather worker. So let's go ahead and grab that really quick here. Skyr Sanctuary, Dragon Armory, Tuskworks, Plumery, Leatherworker. Yeah, the question mark is an organ. All right, so this allows us to make leather, which is good. The question is, do I want to actually... Because we have one person that's basically not wearing any armor at all. They've just got like partial rawhide. And I kind of think that maybe it makes more sense to... It's because the leather costs 2 each. So we've gone ahead and done that already. I wonder if we should... Let's see if we have 1, 2... You know what? I'm going to actually take that back and redo that. So let's see if I can actually remember what we had here. I should have thought that through a little bit more, but that's all right. Didn't go too far. So tongue. Not a simple nose. A tatty hide. 2 waxy dermis. And we had 1 other hide there. Which one was it? We'll just say that it was another tatty hide. Reason being, I think I'm going to use all the hides to make just a full set of rawhide, and then that way everyone's got armor and is in a pretty good spot. And instead, so 3 bones, 1 hide. Can I make that happen? I got 3 perfect bones, so I've got a skull. Oh yeah, 3 spindly paws, just like that. And then 1 hide. What hide do we want to do? Let's do... Actually, let's keep 1 of those. No, that's fine. That is what it is. Okay. And 1 hide. Let's do the Warrior Crest, just because it was the only one we had. And we've unlocked the Weapon Crafter rather than the Leather Rigger for now. Leather Rigger is going to be next, but yeah, I just feel like having 1 more set of armor, even if it's basic, is better than a person that doesn't have a full kit. Okay, so here we are. We have the Weapon Crafter. So we can scrap scavenge to gain stuff, which is good stuff. And then we got a whole bunch of new weapons that we can do. And one that I really want to do, because I didn't use them at all in the first campaign, is grand weapons, in which case we have the Zanbato, which I definitely want to do. I've already got the perfect bone. I don't think we have 3 scrap, but we can take a look just to see. 1 scrap. I mean, we could do the burnished encephalomatter, but that feels like a waste, so we'll work towards that. However, what we will do is get a little bit more armor from the Skinnery. Okay, as far as the stuff that we want to make, so we want to do boots. We want to do gloves. We want that. And then can we do... I do kind of like having the other helmet, so I'm not super concerned about having the full matching kit. But it would be kind of nice too. No, I think that's good. We might actually shuffle a different item over there, so I think that will do for now. Awesome. And then just for fun, I wonder how many we have left. Not gear. Back to resources. Show only. 2, 3. And we're gonna go nuts, and we're gonna unlock the leather crafter as well. Let's freaking go buck wild here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 there, just because the other thing that we got rid of was also an organ too. So we got rid of the tongue and a bunch of other stuff, and we now have the leather crafter. So freaking sweet. Awesome. We just unlocked a whole bunch of really cool kit. 1 leather, 1 bone, 1 hide. And it's pretty expensive. We're definitely not going to be able to do that. We don't have any leather, and I don't think we have any hide left at this point. We have 1 gaseous bladder, and that is it. Cool. So yeah, that is awesome. I'm going to do a little bit of re-kitting up probably off camera and figure out new gear loads out for next time, which will be in about 2 weeks. But yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in, joining on this double bounce frog dog journey of fighting them twice in a row. I think that might be the longest stream I've done in quite a time, and it was a blast and a half for sure. So in about 2 weeks, give or take, usually I play on Thursdays rather than Fridays, but it was just how it worked out tonight. We're facing off against the Sunstalker for the first time. So yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend, or if you're watching this on YouTube later, a wonderful day wherever you're at. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye!